Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house. And I come to do what I got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Bobby banging this bitch, man. Man, we right where we supposed to be, man. So, big up to the community skeptics, man, and the pseudo killers, man. Shout out to that, man, all day, every day. I'm cut from the cloth of pseudo killing and forged by skeptical thinking. This how we stay on track. This how we push forward. This is how we stay undefeated. We undefeated because science is undefeated, man. Big up to the Friday, man. I see the people coming in the building, man, and we doing our thing no matter what. So I kind of like want to have this great conversation about, how God transformed African Americans, man. I didn't want to put slave in the title because they might mess it up. You know how they do. But essentially, I want to talk about that. But before I get into that, I want to put like a little educational video. I want to do like 6 minutes of an educational video. I want to do like another 5 minutes of a presentation, and then I want to open the lines up and have conversations around that. Now, the first 6 minutes of educational piece is going to be like, it could be anything. Like today, we're going to talk about the black, right? We all know what that entails, right? Sprinkle a little Egypt in there, all right? Y'all can go ahead and take that and study it, all right? Then I want to get into the presentation dealing with the title itself, all right? What do you believe and why, all right? How did God transform the Americas? We know God comes to us by way of religion and human beings. So the God that actually came to earth would have had to been forged by the sperm and the egg and the fallopian tubes. And out of that, you get a gestation period and humans are born. And from these humans, they would write stories based off their community, based off their ideals, based off of where they was, where they're a river society, where a forest society, where they're a society at war, where they're a society at peace. And out of this environment, what was the farming good? How was the hunting practices? Hunter-gatherers, early Homo sapiens in the raw, unclothed. They would develop ideas and concepts based off of the development of the brain, the frontal lobe. They would be super spooky and they would create these stories. There's no science at this time, no need for it. Survivability as a priority and sitting around writing philosophy and thinking about it ain't in the game. And this is where we all fall apart. So we've been trying to get people to understand the difference between why you believe. That's part of the mechanism. It's in your genes. Now, being co-opted by a particular religion is what humans do. They co-opt a process that's already naturally occurring, and they have you believe in all kinds of things. The river is the God is invisible, the snake is the God, the dragons flying through there, the ghosts, the spaceships. And in America, they always believe in spaceships. Yeah, the UFO is America. Dragons is Europe. Humans co-opt what naturally already happens. And that'll run us right into the damn title. So let's get with the education piece. All right, y'all can sit back. Oh, damn. I already did that. I guess I didn't. Hold on, let me get it. All right. I want to get right to it. Okay. All right. Let me get this right here so we can enjoy that, man. I see the people in the chat, man. Gonna go for about 3 today, man. I see you, Cedric, man. What it do, man? I see you. Omar Reed, what it do? I see you, Omar Reed, man. I see you. Appreciate that, bro. 2 jewels. Ha! Kick that shit, homie. Man, y'all want y'all questions, man? Y'all got to hit the super chat, man. Especially if y'all in the community skeptics, hit the damn super chat, man. Depending on where you watching it from. Hit the damn super chat. All right? We over here for a reason, man. Supporting me supports this good content, man. Want y'all to know that, man. All right? It's important. Keep the content going, man. It's important. All right? Let me make sure we can, hold on. Keep the content. All right, hold on. Let me start this thing going. Make sure y'all can hear it.
And shall we? Welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today. We are about to go on a really fascinating journey straight into the minds of the ancient Egyptians. But, we aren't doing it by looking at the monumental pyramids or the golden treasures this time. Actually, we're going to look at their world completely through the lens of their unique language and grammar. By digging into the formal rules of Middle Egyptian, we can unlock this incredibly deep linguistic worldview. We get to see exactly how they saw their home, their environment, and honestly, their very identity. Okay, so let's set this up by posing a simple, but I think a pretty profound mystery, one that bridges the gap between geography and a lost language. If you could somehow travel back in time and you were standing right there on the banks of the Nile thousands of years ago, and you asked a local what country you were in, well, they definitely wouldn't say Egypt. That's actually a much later term that was handed down to us by the Greeks. So, what did the ancient Egyptians actually call their own land? The answer tells us exactly what mattered most to them. Section 1. The name of Egypt. To figure this out, we have to kind of strip away thousands of years of outside labels and go directly to the ancient texts themselves. If we check out academic texts on the Middle Egyptian language, specifically drawing from Peter Bylage's comprehensive grammar text, we find the word. It's kem-ext or kemet. Now, grammatically, it's classified with an N for noun and loc for locative, which simply means it designates a place. But the literal translation? The black. When ancient Egyptians wrote this word down, the black was absolutely equivalent to their entire nation, specifically the Nile Valley. They literally named their country a color. Section 2, Soil of the Black Land. So why the black? Well, we need to think about the physical, environmental reality that actually inspired that vocabulary word. It brilliantly illustrates how this ancient insider term was completely bound to the life-giving, defining characteristic of their environment. Think about it compared to our modern term. Egypt is really just a geographic label on a modern map, right? But the Black Land, KMT, that is derived directly from the thick, fertile, incredibly dark mud that was deposited by the annual flooding of the Nile River, in a region completely surrounded by the harsh, barren, red sands of the desert. This narrow strip of black soil was literally the sole source of agriculture, sustenance, and civilization. They didn't name their country after a famous founder or a tribe. They named it after the actual dirt that kept them alive. Section 3. The Grammar of Kimdot. Let's shift gears just a bit from the geography to the formal rules of Middle Egyptian. It helps to think of grammar as almost like the architectural code of the ancient mind. The way a culture structures its sentences can tell you a whole lot about how they structure their reality. Walking through Bele's textbook classifications, we can see exactly how this word operates. First up, Kemet functions as a noun. So it's not just an adjective describing the land, it is the entity itself. Second, it acts as a locative. The language formally categorizes it as a specific physical place in their world. And finally, it ends in that ta suffix. In Middle Egyptian, the ta actually denotes the feminine gender. So the name of their life-giving homeland is grammatically feminine. It's a structured, specific locative noun. It's just a beautifully precise linguistic tag. Section 4. Translation and context. Let's pull this out of the dry grammar rules and get into the vibrant textual journey of how these words were actually used in everyday ancient sentences. Seeing the grammar in action is where it gets really fun because it helps us understand the nuance of the scribe's pen. Take a quote from a classic Middle Kingdom tale, one that's often called the tale of the shipwrecked sailor. In English, we usually translate a specific line as all delicacies of Egypt, but if you look at the transliteration of the original text, the final word is KMDT. So here, KMDT serves as the proper noun denoting the origin place. It's the geographic and cultural basket from which all these rich, abundant delicacies flow. The translator uses Egypt to make it easy for us modern readers, but the text literally says the delicacies of the Black Land. Now, here's what's really interesting about how a royal military text treats the exact same word. In a royal conquest text, the translation reads, "He has conquered the Black entirely." Notice what's missing? The translation strips away the word land completely. It translates the noun simply as the Black. The scribe didn't even need to clarify that it was a country or a landmass, because to the ancient reader, the Black was a complete, totally standalone concept. So the crucial point here is that while both forms, the Black Land and simply the Black, mean the exact same thing, academic sources point out that the texts switch between them all the time. Why would they do that? Well, while the texts don't explicitly spell out the reason, the structural equivalence strongly suggests this choice was made for stylistic variation or maybe just conciseness, depending on the flow of the sentence. Whether the scribe felt they needed the fuller form, kente, or just the punchier reference to the Black, the core cultural meaning remained perfectly intact. Section 5, a linguistic worldview. Okay, we've zoomed way in on the grammar, the locative tags, and the sentence structure. Now let's zoom out to the macro level. What do these highly specific grammar choices actually tell us about the civilization's overall identity? Let's bring all of this together into a complete picture. We've got our terms, KMet and KMXed. We have our literal translations, the Black Land and the Black. We see the geographical feature they reference, the fertile black soil of the Nile Valley. And finally, the deep cultural meaning. It is the absolute defining characteristic of life, equating to the entire Egyptian nation. I think this brilliantly illustrates how a simple noun and a locative tag can completely encapsulate the entirety of their geographic reality. Their language simply didn't separate their national identity from their environment. Their grammar structurally fused them together forever. Which leaves us with a really fascinating thought to close on today. The ancient Egyptians looked down at the dark mud of the Nile River, and they built their entire linguistic identity right around it. It kind of makes you wonder, how might your own local geography unconsciously shape the nouns, the descriptors, and the idioms that you use every single day? What physical realities of your world are just hiding in plain sight right within the grammar of your own sentences? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, diving deep into the language of the Black Land. Keep observing, keep questioning, and I'll catch you next time.
All right, so that kind of explains that real quick. Why they glossed the term and how and why they did it, and go back and look at that again, man. That's real tight. That's all sourced up, and the people in this community will argue against that because they want to apply that to the people, and it's wrong, yo. Hopefully, somebody will dive into it and try to take the debate on that, so I can bludgeon them. I don't have a problem with that, man. So let's move forward. I don't want to talk about that. That was something for you to look at. Hopefully, it kind of jogs your memory on how experts approach the situation. It may jar the way you believe it should be, but y'all need to have it regardless. It's medicine, okay? It's definitely medicine, all right? So let's move to the discussion at hand. Y'all see the title. Why do we believe? And why? No, what do you believe and why? How did God transform African Americans? And I talk about how the only God there ever was the one that came out the womb based off the union of male and female. Now, y'all can debate that, dispute that, and act like that's what that, it ain't that. And then you be in mythology and folklore and cultural container of social systems. Let me slow it down. You be in the middle of somebody's beliefs and what they thought it was. It's not based in reality. Reality clearly tells us that everybody listening to this broadcast came out their mother by way of their mother and their father. Take any of those pieces away, nobody will be born. All right? So let's get to the presentation, right? Let y'all know right now. Let me see how many slides I got. This one was a little long, but I don't even like to go this long on this. Shoot, I think I might go. Yeah, I probably need to go. Man, this was a lot of information right here. I don't even want to bog it down like that. I swear I don't. I think if I can get y'all to, let me see. I usually try to do 5, man. All right. I think I'm going to stop y'all at, maybe I do 8. 8? Let me see. Conjuring, healing, agencies, and protection. Think I want to stop y'all there, maybe? Yeah, I'll stop y'all right there. All right, I'll stop that right there. All right, that's what I'm going to do. I do the 9 for y'all. All right? You do the 9 and get us up out of here, man. And open up that line and we can have this conversation on, why y'all believe what y'all believe. Man, he's created this and created that and believing that and God, you wild because you're a non-believer. You're a black non-believer. You're African American non-believer. That's different. That's a different thing right there. Different. Man, I appreciate everybody sliding through. We're going to get through this quick so we can get through the conversation, man. So we talking about religion and enslavement in the Americas. All right. Transformation and reliance. How did that transform who we was? A lot of times in this community, man, there's a weak foundation of our story and our history. And if you sitting there watching this thinking you're a Native American, then this ain't got nothing to do with you. So you think. All right. I'm gonna say it again. If you sitting there thinking you're a Native American and ain't took a genetic test, which could answer the question quickly and accurately through the lenses of science, you doing what this whole thing was designed to do. It was designed to part you, to separate you, to take you out of the human family and reforge you under the guise of oppression. So African American culture was formulated under oppression, and they call it colonialism. Whether it be Islamic colonialism prior to the transcontinental slave trade, the Saharan slave trade for 800 years, or whether it be Christianity colonialism. It's colonialism. It's part of who and what we are. A contested transformation. Enslaved Africans were not merely passive recipients of American Christianity. Of course we wasn't. They actively shaped religion, became a contested field used by slaveholders to control, yet embraced by enslaved communities for survival, identity, and resistance. This is why we say African American culture, man. Part of African American culture, big part of it, spiritual system is Christianity. Another portion of it is Islam, because we brought Islam with us. All right? Let's keep it moving. It's a rich tapestry of African beliefs. Captives brought diverse languages, ethnic identities, ritual systems from West and Western Central Africa. Traditions included belief in a higher creator, spirits, ancestors, sacred medicines, and ritual and specialists. Some were Muslims. Others had encouraged Catholic Christianity before North America enslavement. Once again, others had, encountered Catholic Christianity before North American enslavement. Transformation was from multiple African systems into, this is what makes us unique. The transformation was from multiple African systems into new African American religious forms, not from no religion. So we came over here with religion. And anybody trying to act like that what we was practicing wasn't religion, cat. And I explain it this way. Religion is a system, set beliefs, cultural awareness, rituals like weddings and funerals, like song, like dance, like worship, like ancestors. Religion don't necessarily mean God. It represents the people's ideas and how they are trying to manipulate their ecology for some understanding. We talking Stone Age, Bronze Age, Iron Age. Transformation was from multiple African systems into the new African American religious forms. So what you're looking at here is the transformation out of just merely being a continental African. I'm going to say it again. Culturally, you're witnessing here the transformation from being a continental African to an African American or Black American or a foundational Black African American. Disruption of African religious life. The slave trade scattered diverse peoples, preventing the full production of a single African groups. Ritual specialists, elders, kingship systems, and sacred landscapes were separated, making intact practices difficult. So we see we didn't have those intact practices that a continental African would have. Natural population growth in North America fostered creolization, blending African memories with new American contexts. All that's important, ladies and gentlemen. Crystallization. This is why we always say we're not Africans. We're not continental Africans. We're African Americans. We're foundational Black African Americans. We're amalgamated in the Americas. Natural population growth in North America fostered creolization, blending African memories with new American context. Christianity as a tool of control. Let us not forget. Enslavers promoted and restricted Christianity, emphasizing obedience, labor, discipline, and deferred heavenly reward. Oh, man, you get your damn reward in heaven. Biblical texts on servant obedience were highlighted while liberation themes were suppressed or downplayed. You see how education would have helped you in that situation? And learn how to read. Education, right? And fundamentally speaking, that has not changed today. Fundamentally speaking, we are oppressed through our ignorance, ladies and gentlemen. So you see how this oppression was fostered. It was fostered through ignorance and misrepresentation of a text that could go either way. You could use either way on the text. That's why we say it's truth and falsehood strangely mixed. Because you can mix it in and mix it back and bop, 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 bop. That's why we don't deal with it, because it ain't straightforward. This religious teaching was deeply shaped by the political economy of slavery, serving social control. Oh, man, hold on. Let me get that out of there. Baptism, not freedom. Colonial Virginians in 1667 law declared baptism did not exempt enslaved people from bondage. I say that again. Baptism, right, did not exempt you from being a slave. Christianity does not exempt you from racism in America in 2026. It does not give you a special pass. It does not give you a special way. It does none of these things. It does not help you to secure food, clothing, and shelter and protection of that. It is your belief that it may do these things. The law separated Christian status from legal freedom. allowing conversion without treating slavery. They could change the laws back and forth. The message was clear. Christianity was offered, but full human equality remained denied by law. So Christianity didn't give you your humanity. It didn't give you your ability to be equal. It did none of these things. They denied that. They denied all access legally to your humanity. You would have to get that through your education, through your understanding of the world around you. And this is what we do around here. We educate you on what it means to be human. You don't got a lot to kick it. Reclaiming faith, a path to liberation. Now watch this. Watch how these enslaved Africans start to change. It say enslaved Christians identified with Israel in bondage and Moses confronting the Pharaoh for deliverance. This is what they doing in 20. Tazariak and all them, they doing this right here. They swear they the black Hebrews. Like, no, this was a slave practice. So enslaved Christians identified with Israel. What better way to identify with a people than try to become them people, at least in your head? You dress up in costumes in disrespect of a real African nation. You see that right there? Watch it. Enslaved Christians identified with Israel in bondage and Moses confronting the Pharaoh for deliverance. Actually, the only African in this statement would be the pharaohs. So in a weird, strange way, as you have identified with the bondage of Israel, which you think as a Christian will help motivate you, you're actually going against indigenous African leadership, kingship, and godship without even knowing it. Ignorance rules the day. The Bible became a language to critique enslavers, unclaimed Christianity, morality. We say this again. The Bible became a language to critique enslavers, unclaimed Christian morality. They emphasized the God of liberation and justice for the oppressed, not merely obedience. They still kicking that right now today. This forged a distinctive black Christian theology. Watch this. Your religion, your social system is steeped in what, y'all? This forged a distinctive black Christian theology rooted in suffering, hope, justice, and freedom. And we still fight that battle cry today, based off of our theology, based off of the transforming of your culture by God. AE through religion, AE through human beings. Because last time I checked, humans create God and religion. Let I say out of ignorance and fear. The invisible institutions, secret worship. You had to get a little secret on them when you really want to start trying to get it in. Beyond white control, independent slave religion thrived in harsh harbors. These secret meetings provided a vital spaces for prayer, singing, preaching, and planning. They fostered leadership, trust, mutual aid, and shared religious language for freedom, creating a hidden institution against the system designed to deny black agency. So Christianity was put in place to deny what? Black agency. And I would just like to let you know, maintaining Christian thought does the exact same thing. It's an institution that denies who you are. Read the text. It doesn't even say where you at. African echoes in Christian worship. We're coming to an end. It's a African derived elements persisted. Call and response, rhythmic movement, communal singing, and spirit possession. Was that a possession of the voodoo god? Was it a spiritual possession of the Holy Ghost? We're not sure and we're not clear. Let me tell you, we'll never find that out. The ring shout amplified how African ritual movement integrated into Christian worship. See how we developing a unique culture? Regardless, it says spirituals are linked to the ring shout, the circular dance, common amongst early plantation communities. This was religious creativity under oppression, not simply European copying. So whenever you try to say we don't have a culture, we do have a culture that we formed in America. This is another reason why we're not calling them Africans, because our culture is different. It's an amalgamation of different African tribes and city statesmen and women and clans amalgamated in the Americas. Spirituals, theology, history, hope. Spirituals, you know them songs, right? Spirituals, right? Were sacred songs shaped by slavery, African music. It's a Christian biblical themes. It's a encoded sorrows, endurance, and longing for deliverance through the stories like the Exodus. These songs also built solidarity, making individuals part of suffering yet hopeful communities, serving as theology, history, and social communities. I'm gonna let you know, if you still singing the Negro spirituals, yo, you like Hero from the Japanese that continued to fight the war after the shit was over. Now I'm saying that the fight for your humanity and control of your communities is still live and kicking. But you need not be singing songs that align you with the damn plantation. You beat that victory. You have to be able to accept your victories and understand your losses. Civil rights the civil rights movement was a victory. You either accept your victories or disrespect them. To disrespect your victories will continue in a perpetual doing it over and over and over and over and over again, trying to do something you already did. It does not allow you to move forward. Being inaccurate in your historical approach will have you fighting something that you have already defeated. Do a lot of that around here, don't we? Conjure, healing agency, and protection. Conjure, root work, charms, herbal healing, drew from African derived ideas about power and defense. That's why we're still connected to the herbs. It say these practices often enslave people a sense of agency where law denied control over their lives. Enslavers often feared conjured as it represented authority outside of the plantation, Christianity, and white supervision. These traditions were structured systems for meaning, healing, and social power, not mere superstitions. And they actually believed that. We'll end it right here. So let's move forward, man. Let's drop this link, man. I always want to give y'all something that's tight and sharp, something you can look up so you can understand. So the question is, what do you believe in? Why? How did God transform African Americans? Foundational Black African Americans. Hope that presentation put you in a space where you could see what I was saying. You can look into what I was saying. Didn't add no sauce on that. What I'm saying is the religions that we created was created in an environment of colonial power, absoluteness, of enslavement. It was created in an environment of the mixing of different African nations, right? There is no such thing as the one African. That's a bunch of crap and malarkey. There are different tribes, different clans fighting each other like any other place in the world. Good, bad relationships. Some of the oldest wars ever fought in humanity is in Sudan at about 8,000 BCE. There's no colonial powers there. We run the myriad of beliefs. We run the myriads of behaviors. This is what makes us human, the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you just have all the good, then you don't have a people. You have something that's not even real. So we always want to tap into what is real. And I always make the points that we're not continental Africans, right? Our culture was forged through colonialism, through Christianity, and some parts of Islam. It's forged through the mixing with Europeans to the extent of 20%, and some Native Americans 1 to 4%. The amalgamation of different Africans from different parts of the continent, Central and West Africa. This is who we are, and we stand on that. This is historically accurate. We're not the Hebrews. We sure as hell not the damn Egyptians. We none of that. Whole new culture. We forged a culture for survivability. But this culture has to transform, it has to change, right? You have to change based off your victories and based off your losses. If you keep doing the same thing that got you beat, then you're going to be in that same place when you got beat. If you don't adhere to your victories and learn from your victories, then you can't stack victories. When you stack victories, you start to have gains. You have more gains than losses. This is important. The lie. Promoting a lie in your community is devastating to your community because it does not allow them to understand where they at. If you think you in ancient Israel somewhere, if you thinking you in the middle of the Sahara somewhere, then you're done. You're not going to be able to push forward. Right? If you think that your ancestors was thinking like you're thinking right now, you're mad. They wasn't even thinking about colonialism. I'm saying pre-colonialism. You in post-colonialism. So if you're trying to take those ideas that you have in your head and place them on them people, you're done. So I dropped the link. Anybody want to get into this healthy conversation, man? You want to know about why do you believe what you believe? I'm showing you why you believe what you believe. You believe what you believe because you're an amalgamation from different Africans, you 54 countries in Africa. Right? I'm saying there's an amalgamation of different ideas from different tribes based off of those that got caught up in the slave trade. All those mix and match, shook up in the bag traditions. Christianity, colonialism style. So don't give me this African Christianity crap. Don't give me that. Bunch of malarkey. We know what the hell our grandmothers and them got, and we know what their grandmothers and them got. Don't play with us. Shake all that together. Right? Shake it up, and you get us. Whole different experience. Our experience shaped and forged who we are. If you don't respect it, it'll kill you. It'll kill your ideas, it'll kill your culture, and it'll keep you perpetually broke. Broke mentally, socially, need I say spiritually. What do I mean by spiritually? Whatever the hell you think it mean to you, what it mean to me is a religious damn word. But I think if I don't say that at least, you'll stop watching because you live in fear. Man, let's get to these super chats, right? What we got right here? Got some jewels. I see you, Omar, with the jewels. See it? Man, get them gifts, man. Y'all know how we do it, man. Do that. That keep a healthy channel, man. All right. Who got the heart to come up here and act like they something they is? Hey, has to do whatever. I can't even say your name. What you won't do is hit that chat, though. Hey, won't do. You know what I like, though? I like when the person say, oh, you scamming. I like that. That mean you listening. That mean you taking my ideas, concepts. That mean you paying attention. I like that. Appreciate that. Appreciate the love. Still Killer Army's in the building, man. I see you, Gold Man. What it do? I see you. I see Alex P. Keaton is in there too. Oh, he beating it up. Juju, Cyril Killer, I see you all day. Bobo Money, I see you. Cedric, I see it all day and every day. It's too early in Texas to listen to a hustler. What am I hustling? That statement right there was so good that I let it be free. Think about this. I'm hustling because I give you an historical, accurate presentation of who you are. Sourced up, backed by academia, backed by scientific studies of DNA and anthropology, and I'm hustling. But he's one of them guys that listen to Bobby Hemmett, Phil Valentine, Polite, Black Hebrew Israelites on the corner, spewing rhetoric and foolery. But I'm hustling. I'm hustling, yo. I'm hustling to get y'all to see that statement right there is off-putting. That's how they say it, right? But he had never hit that panel because he ain't got the heart. Chatty and the patty. Chatty and the patty. Oh, man, they got that heart. The heart of a lion behind the icon. Yeah. What's up, scamming? Oh man, what? Fine, what? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man. You never hit that panel. I hate that. I hate the people. I'm gonna start alleviating those that don't hit the panel, or at least don't. You at least gotta hit the daggone comment thing, man. You at least gotta pay for that. So we done with that. Yeah, 11:19. I see you, man. Yeah, you got delusion, yo. Somebody say no Bobby Hemmett slander. I'm not slandering Bobby. I knew Bobby Hemmett. Y'all none of y'all been over Bobby Hemmett house before. Been over his house regular, talking to him, having great conversations. What y'all talking about? Y'all ain't never met Bobby Hemmett. Bobby Hemmett got one of the cleanest houses I've ever seen in my damn life, and got an altar in every goddamn corner. You go to the bathroom, there's an altar in the medicine cabinet. There's an altar in the tub, right? There's an altar on the back of the toilet. I ain't lying. I kid you not. There's a Christmas tree with fairies on the Christmas tree. There's an altar in the fireplace. There's an altar in the oven. Altar in the where the dishes go. You think I'm making that up? U.S. Freedom, what's up?
Peace, and thanks for having me up. And really, I gotta salute you for this particular topic because
Your mic sound wow.
I apologize. I live in the tropics. I'm at the beach.
All right.
I'm gonna try to make the statement brief and then mute up. But I gotta salute you for this particular topic because it's past due, and I want to see the Hebrew Israelites and the Comedics and the people that claim that Muhammad was black. I want to hear them call in because when I asked them, okay, if you're Kemetic, why don't you have any Kemetic DNA? If you're Hebrew Israelite, why don't you have any Hebrew Israelite DNA? If you are the original black Arabian, why don't you have any Arabian DNA? They all get triggered. And I'll say this in closing, just so I'm not long-winded. Really, us as U.S. freedmen, as African Americans, many of us lack a ethnic self-esteem. We have to realize, no, we're a holy people ourselves. We don't have to cosplay as anyone else.
All
But
right.
I'll mute up.
All right, man. Appreciate you. All right. Oh, man. Let me drop the cash app, man. Show some love on that front. Let y'all escape without that. We will have none of that. All right. Let me drop that for y'all. Drop that for y'all. Show some love in the cash app world, man. And, appreciate y'all jumping on the daggone panel, man, with some heart. Unlike some of the people, ain't got no damn heart. They rage bait. That's what we call it, rage baiting from the Chatty and the Patty rage baiters. Chatty and the Patty. Somebody say Optimus Prime out here. He said he was in the Caribbean. Sound like he was in a torrential storm. Run for cover, young man.
I'm in Puerto Rico, family.
All right. Just move that out. Shit, but the storm is coming. So, identity crisis. And that identity crisis started when we was fighting for identity during colonialism. And so we had to forge an identity. So I want y'all to know that the way we forged our identity was under environmental pressures, i.e. human beings, colonial powers, where, people can mess up your mind. If you're born in a household that, let's say this, you're born in a household to celebrate Christmas, there's two sides of this. There's households that celebrate Christmas, but will tell their kids that Santa Claus is not real, right? Okay, there's households that celebrate Christmas one year and will celebrate Kwanzaa the next year, but would always tell their kids that Santa Claus is not real. That would be my household that I raised up. I refuse to tell my kids that a Santa Claus, whether he was white or black, worked and spent that damn money and bought what they brought. I bought that with my bread. I did that. Now respect that. Now, I was raised in a household that told you it was a Santa Claus. You ain't really respect them toys. That identity that you took on made you lack respect in the toys because they popped up out of nowhere and it wasn't attached to the hard work that your mother and father put in to even get you to that point. I think that's important to know. That's an environment right there where my kids respected everything they got. I expected it out of them because I worked hard for that. And money never has grown on trees. But when you think it's a Santa Claus, it's definitely growing in the North Pole. Some kind of way it goes to the North Pole, the money transferred and it's free. In some kind of way, somebody come down and poof. Yeah, never did that. Colonialism, the way we believed, the way we prayed was for deliverance. I say this to say at a certain point, we have to, we recognize the connection of oppression. We recognize the struggle there. We get it. There's parts of our lives now where we struggle, right? As Black Americans, as African Americans, as foundational, that's real. Don't ever forget that. But you can't practice the same. Your culture has to transform with every victory and every loss. You transform it. So today, we should not be saying the exact same things that we said back then. We should not be singing, we shall overcome. We call that poor hustling. Let me take you to an idea real quick, since we don't got a lot of people with heart. Let me take you to this real quick. I want to take you here real quick. I like this. Right here. Take you to this. All right. Man. I need to turn this off, man. Let me take you to this. Let me share my screen. Got 70,000 people in the building, man. I appreciate it. Let me take y'all to the Harlem History Club, man. Let me take y'all to right here, yo. All right. Enough for me. It was a such study circle found in Harlem. All right. John Henry Clark, Huggins, John Jackson, Joel A. Rogers, Richard B. Moore, William Leo Hansberry. All right. Y'all know what it is. All right. Namdi. Who else we got? I'm going to drop some sources for y'all real quick. Kwame. Hold on. Let me drop this for you. Here, I'm going to drop this source for y'all real quick. Real fast. Man, read up on that, man. All right. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because you got this. This is the direction I went in. Now, based off what I know about these guys, none of them actually have degrees in the subject. And it was in Harlem, the YMCA. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me show you the two routes that African Americans took after civil rights, during and after civil rights. Let me show y'all something. So y'all can kind of get this in. And big up to the serial killers, man. We definitely doing this, man. I just want y'all to see what y'all looking at. So y'all can catch what y'all, so y'all know what the hell y'all looking at. So we ain't sitting here playing games, man. All right? I don't want to sit here and play no damn games. I wanna put y'all in a situation where there's some clarity and you ain't getting scammed. All right. So here's the clarity. Damn it. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So, damn it. Hold on. Let me move this to right here for y'all real quick. Okay. All right. So I'm right here. This is the side I took. All right. John Henry Clark and all them, and they was pushing. They all talked about evolution. They all talked about academia because they thought themselves to be fighting against academia. They never was fighting against science. They was fighting against the racist approach, scientific racism that was actually happening, right? And so this is the side I took. I want to show you the side I took. This is the side that the conscious community was based off of. Now, the conscious community was based off of this. Look, New Age movement. Okay? It's based in God. All right? It's the transforming of different religions, world religions, right, into a New Age movement. Okay? What is New Age movement? New Age movement is a spiritual and religious movement, all right, that gained prominence in the 1970s and the 1980s and emerged from, look, the occult, metaphysical communities. Some people in this community have metaphysical degrees. Am I making this up? Well, let's see. Am I making this up? No. Jabari has a metaphysical degree. This is the side of the house he's on. All right. I'm not knocking him. I'm simply calling it what it is. Right? Now, y'all can call it hate. Call it what you want. Right? Don't forget about the Reggie hate, though. There is no way that I can talk about the New Age community and not talk about people that has degrees in divinity from a metaphysical website. There's no way for me to get the message across properly. So if you say it's hate, but it's definitely not slander, it is absolutely correct. All right. He's also pushing for his metaphysical degree, doctorate degree. It's all right here. Okay. So I'm never on this side and I'm never going. I'm going to always be on this side. I'm going to always be right here. All right. And I'm never going to be right here. So I'm always at war with this New Age movement, which is the occult, the metaphysical community, anticipating a future era of love, light, achievable thought, personal transformation, and healing. Y'all always talking about the healing and all that. And the unks get the humming. Yeah, that's what y'all do. I'm never going that route. Okay? Never going that route. That's what y'all do. The movement gained significant momentum in the 1960s and 70s, the key development, including David Spanger's idea. Hold on, let me wait 1 second. Let me get to Joe Dirt. What's going on, brother?
Good afternoon, Uncle Cat. How you doing,
Man,
big brother?
how you doing, man? In the game, doing like we do it. I see you riding and chilling. What's on your mind? I'm schooling them right now.
I see you. Yeah, I don't want to interrupt too much. I'm not going to say too much.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to touch on two things. First, when you have belief in something, is because when you believe in something, it's because you don't know. I think we have access to way too much information to have a belief system still these days.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, I wanted to ask you a question. If by any chance you caught the presentation the other evening that Reggie gave on the Homie Squad.
Okay.
And if you did catch it, what are your thoughts on the information he presented?
I didn't actually. I seen bits and pieces of it. I was getting people was hitting me up. Oh man, what you doing?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not quite sure about
Okay.
the homies. The homies. I think it's good to have them around. They're not gonna go. What they're not gonna do is I don't think they're gonna ever go full blown pseudo. So that's good. That's a good right. And the pushback is always warranted. We always need pushback. It just makes us better.
Right.
Reggie's a pretty good researcher, I think. He's a champ, right? He did a great job in that debate. And that's what we look for. We look for competition. That's why we watch. But my thing is this, bro. I'm always never going with the new age movement. And now we're gonna start beating that drum because I want y'all to see what I'm seeing and why I'm saying what I'm saying. This is not coming from a place of hate. This is coming from a place of debate and coming from a place of accuracy. Right? If I don't do it, then who gonna do it? Y'all can't seem to see it. If you got an unk that's bigger than your forearm, you in the new age movement. You got a funny hat. The funny hat. It's a new age movement, man.
You know what, Unc? Not to cut you off. After the information you presented on Reggie, I went back. I was at the debate. I paid to see it again.
Right.
I'm like, I can't be bugging. And you know what, Unc?
Mm-hmm.
I changed my stance. Because at first I had felt like Jabari edged him on the debate.
Right.
After I went back and looked at everything,
Mm-hmm.
and I seen it from a different vantage point.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie did a hell of a job. Shout out to Big Brother Reggie.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to him taking me on a tour at the Met. I'm trying to work that out with him. But
Got to. Hey, listen.
yeah.
Listen to me,
I'm
yo.
trying to. Yes, sir.
Listen. That's where he thrived in that environment right there. Watch how he worked that. That's where he the best. That's where he the best at. Now this debate thing, yo, he took a leap. And he did something that was different and unique and unusual when he typed this thing out and read it, because he knew he has a problem sometimes with saying words the right way and doing all that. So what he did was he fixed it. That takes an intelligent person to know what your strength is and know your weakness. And he didn't lean to his weakness. He fixed it. And that's what we want to see out of humans. We want to see how we fix the things that we falter on, yo. And that's when we respect you. And that's why we got to respect that man. Simple as that, bro. All right, you seem to be stuck. You must have went through the void.
Yeah, I'm crossing the bridge right now.
Okay.
I'm going over water, so my service is a little shaky. But Unc, I won't take no more of your time. I always appreciate you when you get on here because you give it to us real. And one thing that makes me gravitate towards you, Unc, is that you use the language I can understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the hood. I don't got an expansive vocabulary.
Right.
I'm not into the fancy words and all of that. But, I appreciate you always being yourself, delivering it the way you want to deliver it. But for the most part, it's always truthful. You know what I mean? So shout out to you, Unc. Shout out to the pseudo killers.
Yeah.
We not taking no pseudo judo out here. You heard?
Nah, pseudo judo mumbo jumbo. Nah.
All right, later.
I appreciate you, man. Always appreciate those good calls that come through, man. Scrutiny is real. Misinformation rules the day. And a lot of times y'all don't even know what the hell y'all looking at. When y'all look at me, man, y'all looking at the person who had to transform itself right in front of y'all, right? I had to work that thing right. So I always felt like I speak the language of the people. I always felt like I could go in an academic setting and parlay, right? With that type of crowd. I always say this: I can waddle with bums and dine with kings, right? Could always speak the king's English. I could always speak the regular people English. I could always speak the in between. I could fight with both hands. I always felt like I could fight with both hands, like a basketball. I can lay it up with the left hand. I can use my left. I can go left, right? So I could always do that, and so I think that's important. It's important to come off intelligent. I can come off intelligent. I can act a damn plum fool, right? But I got too many professionals on my team where I can't do it these days, man. And you know what I'm saying? And I get a chance to speak at universities at time, right? I'm gonna shout out this lady right here, right? And I always need to do that because we marginalize people to do the work, the community workers, man. This is one of them. Conscious ingenuity right here, yo. That's the queen right there, yo. That's the big dog right there, yo. Conscious ingenuity, yo. Building character, confidence, and capabilities through engineering and literacy, yo. Simple as that. I think that's important. Big up to Dr. Mayat, man. She real. She doing it. We recognize the problem here. And it is what it is, man. So let me get to the next caller here, man. Let me see who we got here. Let's see. Oh, they must have fell off by mistakenly. All right. So, man, I appreciate the support I do get. I appreciate being able to navigate between platforms, between the conscious community platform, which is Sarnetta TV. I know the brother, man, we got to be coming up on 15, 16, 17 years now. A lot of times people disagree with what he do, but he get the community a voice. Now, he ain't never said the voice of the community is going to always be accurate. He just give individuals a chance to express themselves long before this whole social media thing. This man been throwing that mic out there. And so we got to respect that, man. So in that particular genre, he's the godfather. And for outside, he's definitely bar none across the street, in Harlem. Man, he that dude out there, man, with the background, the slave. How many of y'all want to see him go back out there from time to time? I think he need to be out there more often. Cross street from Apollo. I think he need to be out there. But he the godfather now. He know more people than you think you know. No more famous people than you think you know. He more famous than y'all know he is. And that ain't no cat. It ain't no cat. I took a different approach. I took television, cable television. I didn't even know Sarnetta. So people know me through, had my own show on cable TV. Black Atheist of Atlanta, big up the Black Sun. He started that. He had to bring in a hired gun. I'm an intellectual gunfighter. Then I started my own thing, Real Black Atheist, right? Both shows, cable shows. Boom. Right? Jump on YouTube. Okay. One of the first on YouTube. I skipped Blog Talk, my fault. Prolific on Blog Talk. Everybody know the show. Conquered by Religion. Right? Nikki Love gave me an opportunity in her show. Right? And I'm definitely one of the first people that was talking like this. I wasn't there yet. I was wild all over the place. Wasn't scientifically literate yet, but I was always with that Harlem History Club thing. That was my foundation, right? My foundation never was a New Age movement. That's why I can see it, yo. I can see it like clear as day, right? Did the Blog Talk Radio thing. Prolific interviewed all of them. Remember Annie? Man, she's such a beautiful lady, right? Remember Annie? All of them. Phil, the Bobby, all of them. The pills, blue, red, green, orange, all of them. And I never held my damn tongue. Sarah, stupid SETI, all of them. What was that thing SETI used to have? I can't even think of the daggone thing he used to have. It was me and Ishmael Law used to be the army. I used to be the army for SETI. I was the general. I was fighting. Matter of fact, Black Sun had me, SETI, and a couple other people. We was doing the fight. We was the generals of Black Sun. I remember them days, yo. Yep. Remember them days, yo. Yep. Hey, big up the Gold, man, with the super chat, man. Hey, man. Hey, appreciate you, Gold, man. Gold is an integral part of what we do, man. And the pseudo killers, man. I see you praying. Hey, praying, man. Me and you gotta do a segment all the time. Me and praying gonna do that. We think alike. Me and praying definitely think alike. We were like, nah, I can see it. I heard what she said. Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, praying, yeah, we got them. We in case y'all don't know, we're going to show y'all the New Age community, how that fostered, and how the conscious community is just a black version of the white New Age community, yo. And so I'm dealing with the Blog Talk Radio. For years I did that. The Raw Squad featured on the Blog Talk Radio, right? I used to have to order my yacht on the Blog Talk Radio. So that's when I was prolific. I used to interview Sarnetta and all them. It was right here. It was the top dog on that. Point blank, bar none. All right, that's me and Sarnetta used to fight like Cat couldn't stand him because he had all the pseudos on his side, right? And that's when we had Ngozi, we had Sanjetti, Greta Soul Tap, right? And we did our thing, yo. And then we transitioned to YouTube because I'm always an innovator, right? I was like, they're getting away from that radio thing is YouTube. And I brought all my enemies with me. Ask them. From SETI and all them. From Sonnet and them, they ain't know about this. I'm going to take that. I'm taking that credit. And none of them niggas can say differently. YouTube, my nigga. Had, 15 years ago, I had a video, 200,000 views on it. Friend got mad at me and erased that motherfucker. Black women, boy, back in the day. Man, yeah. Brought everybody over because I said, yo, it's money here, yo. I don't want to do it. I had to argue with niggas. All the elders, no matter if I agree, disagree, Bobby Hemmett, James Smalls, Leonard Jeffries, I told all of them. And they threw tomatoes at me. Yeah. So when I say I don't got no elders, I just got friends, that's what the hell I mean, yo. You don't care what y'all think y'all saying. I grew up with my elders, my grandmom and all them. Yeah, right. Everybody else, they my friends. This space right here, yo, I had to invent this space. This is an invention. And it took a lot of people to see the vision with me. Yeah. And the one that's seen the vision the greatest, out of all of them, I would have to say Dr. Mayat. Let me keep this in order. I talked about elders. There is no elders in this particular space because it wasn't none. There wasn't people on YouTube talking about this. And everybody denied me access. I had to bang them in the mouth and take it. Not literally, you know what I'm saying? I had to take mine. And nobody they didn't give me this. They joked me, ha, 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 laughy, laughy, jokey, marginalized me, but I was loud on the mic. Wrong, a lot of times too. But all of them was pseudo. All right, we was all pseudo. But I was fighting for something greater than that. I was fighting for scientific literacy. I was fighting for literacy in the subject of understanding our history. That's what I was fighting for. For literacy. For understanding. Because I knew they was quacking. Quack, quack, quack. No, they were charlatans. Dr. Saving fake remedies. But I had to figure out the codes. I got the codes. I got the cheat code through science and science literacy. And then I opened up my palette, my taste for scientific material. Formed other groups. They went against the Amaral Squad. It was supposed to have been the companion to the Amaral Squad, them youngins. Team Osiris in there. Khufu, me, and Ngozi. All right? In them days, Ngozi was rocking with me when the other Amaral Squad members was probably working in their job, whatever he was doing. But that young brother, I met him when he was 22, I think, 21. He'd be with me on the radio all the time. He'd be kicking that shit, and I'd be showing them sources. Bah, bah, bah. We work good together. Right? That whole science shit, you know what I'm saying? That shit pushed me. I always understood the value of having people around you that was better than you at something. So I put people around me that was better than me. See, that's what y'all don't know about me. You can't do everything. So you get people around you that's not going to cow down, respectfully though, and be better at something that you're not. Now, none of them is better than me than getting on that damn mic and rocking the house and talking that talk and getting that message out there. Give me that. I'm taking that. But as far as detailed subject matter, different things like science, the quarks, the zealots, the DNA, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had their special areas of expertise. I always had great general understanding. I could always take everybody complex ideas from Ngozi and them, Team Osiris to Asar, Wuja, you know, Wuja, Iron Lung nigga, you know what I'm saying? Super complicated. They super complicated. I could always take everybody tapestry of ideas and condense it to this and get that thing out to y'all. That's my special gift. They take the complex subject matter that's in the universities, that's in the minds of these niggas, right? I could condense it and make it simple for y'all. Y'all still do tomatoes. But that YouTube thing, yo, first in class. Yep. Fought against all of them. Niggas cheated. Like Pharaoh, young pseudo, aka Young Buzzy. Like, yeah, they got all my channels taken. Went to the police and got all my things taken. But that's part of what make me me. So when y'all hating in the background, oh, okay, I'm not a hater. I'm a damn debater. I ain't a hater. I'm a damn participator. I participate in this thing. Yeah. So y'all ain't even got to put no respect in my name because I don't need it anyway because I'm taking it. You don't got to give me nothing because I'm taking it. I am. Hey, King Black, you don't want none. Everybody talk crazy, you know what I'm saying? Can't hit the mic. We know. No heart. Probably believing in some kind of goblins and gooses and fakery anyway. Anyway. But I want to kind of give y'all that story of the online conscious community, yo. I wanted to show y'all how it formulated. It wasn't formulated through Bobby Hemmett, through Phil Valentine. It wasn't that. They was on their way out anyway. They was on their way out. And all those videos that y'all seen early in the days, yo, I put them up there. Right? All those interviews, I put them up. All those old tapes, I made the money off that. Me and my man Talib, the producer of the Real Black Atheist show, we put all that stuff. I made the first money off all that. Yep, good money. Sure did. Right? So y'all might not understand the story. Y'all might not. It's all good. I ain't running. I'm dropping the link for you. Get some heart. Jump on it, boy. Come on, King Black. Oh, you said you running. I tell y'all these things to make it clear on who the hell I am and who you dealing with when you jump on here talking reckless and crazy. Right? I understand full-blown pseudoisms. I understand scientific literacy. Pull all that together, yo, you get me. God killer. All that nonsense, all that, this, that, and the other. Man, nope. I know what it felt like to be a winner, and I know what it felt like to be a loser, and all in between. That's the difference right there, man. You ain't gonna hit no link because I'm definitely going live later. Yeah, you is running. Yeah, you're gonna come up with something crazy. Yeah, you're gonna get beat down. I'm talking intellectually down. Yes, you are. Nobody, science is undefeated. You ain't read this. What you ain't reading? You ain't reading this. It's too white for you. Ancestors' Tale, Richard Dawkins, and Yang Wang. You ain't reading this. Nope. You ain't You ain't reading that. You ain't reading this. Jeremy, here you go. First steps. How upright walking made us human. You ain't reading that. Nope. You don't even got it in your library, yo. If you don't got it in your library, you ain't got it. You don't got it. You don't got this. Look, indigenous race of Earth. You don't got that. Knox, J.C. Knox. One of them scientific races. You don't got that. You ain't even reading that. You don't got this. You don't got this. Types of mankind. Ethnology. Researchers. Based upon the ancient monuments, paintings, scriptures, cranial of race upon the natural, geographical, philosophical, and biblical history. Robin, you got George Robin Giddens. You got Samuel George Morton. That's the father of scientific racism. William Usher, Clark, and Knox. You don't got that. You ain't got that. You ain't talking to me. You talk to somebody else, get beat up. You don't want to talk to me. You don't want to talk to me. You don't want to talk to me. Man, no conversation with me. No, you do not. There you go. Yeah, y'all don't want to talk to me, bro. Y'all playing. Call me the daggone Shaolin, whatever the hell, grandmaster with the gray hair, nigga. I'm coming with the one finger. Yeah, do that. Dive up here, yo. You can only teach me something if you scientifically live it. Anything else, yo, you mumble jumbling. You mumble, bumble, jumble, 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 jumble. Yeah, hopefully I can get Say Cool in the ring and get him real good. Say Cool, where you at? I'm calling you out. You want to play? It's time for us to get back in the ring again. Fight two. Fight two. Half of y'all scared to read this, scared to death because the man is white. Undeniable evolution and the science of creation. Bill Nye. He too white for y'all. I just showed y'all white, but y'all scared to death of a white book. Scared to death. Reality check. How science deniers threaten our future. Y'all threatening our future with the fake nonsense. Yeah, y'all actually threatening our future with the nonsense, man. Yeah, that's what y'all doing and talking about you teaching black people stuff. And why, man, let me get on up there going. Let me get on the hold on. Let me hit y'all with the trigger treatment for a minute. Trigger treatment. Trigger damn treatment. Trigger treatment. Trigger treatment. Yeah. Mm-hmm. The undeniable facts about alternative medicine. Trick or treatment. Simon Sign. Boy, he's serious right here, yo. Trick or treatment. Yeah. So anyway, that's why I'm armed and dangerous, yo. The 6 shooters don't run out of bullets. Mm-hmm. I got the pseudo books. If you ain't got a better catalog of pseudo books, you ain't gonna be better than me. You gotta get your pseudo book up. Pseudo books. So I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of who I was, yo, and what I was doing. I brought anthropology to the community, to this online community. Dr. Benjamin was trying. They wasn't quite there yet. They knew what they was looking for. You look at their bibliographies, they got a lot of that. It was old, but you know what I'm saying? It was old when they gave it to y'all. It was out of date when they gave it to you. That's another thing. All the information we got to build these communities was already old when y'all got it. So I was spitting out rhetoric, old information when I first got in the community 20 years ago. It was old already. It was outdated. Dr. Ben's work was outdated. All of them was talking outdated. Yep. It was. Big up to Soy Kiata. Great man there. Great man. So, yeah, a Preem, yo, we know about Madame Bavowski now. Aleister Crowley. Yeah, y'all gonna find more about that later. We gonna figure out who Aleister Crowley is. Mm-hmm. Yep. Gonna find out who that was. All right. So back to the New Age thing, source them up. Then y'all be saying, man, why y'all so rough on these new people that coming through? Because they pseudo. What the hell? What? The standard has been set, y'all. Why I listen to people because you young come in and because you young don't mean nothing? So the movement gained significant, we're talking about New Age movement, momentum in the 1960s and 70s, right? Developments including David Spangler idea of Feinhorn Foundation in 1970, which emphasized personal transformation, right? To usher in New Age. You know, like the age of Aquarius and all that nonsense. This is the age of Aquarius. You smoke weed and all that and psychedelics, yeah. It say this period also saw the popularization of Eastern spiritual practices and philosophies in the West, such as transcendental meditation and various forms of yoga and Buddhism. Yeah. See? Told you. The movement core beliefs centered on the coming era of peace and love. Achievable through individual spiritual awakening and transformation. Don't that sound like most of y'all? Ah! Told you. Dun, 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 dun. What the common beliefs are. The New Age movement is characterized by beliefs and coming era of peace and enlightenment, often referred to as New Age. This idea, all right, expected to bring in an era of suffering bring an end to suffering, all right, and usher in a period of highlighted spiritual content. That's that word, consciousness. Thus, the conscious community. Yeah. Spiritual consciousness, heightened spiritual consciousness, the key beliefs, practice the new age. Man, hey Neil, I'm live, man. I'm live, man. And they can hear you. I'm live and they can hear you. What you doing?
Oh, I just sent you a video, beautiful video that would support your, how to branch. We were never originally monkeys. That we were a branch. It breaks it down. I know you'll like it when you get a chance to see it, though.
All right.
Right. And last but not least, did you see my flyers?
I ain't look good. I'm look at.
All right, when you get a chance, I'm out here.
All right. Hold on, key beliefs. Here you go. Let's see if y'all got any of these beliefs here. Drum roll. Okay, personal transformation. Individuals can experience and forecast a new age through personal spiritual growth and transformation. Yep. Holistic healing. Yep. Emphasizing on alternative and complementary medicine. Yep. The hell with the vaccines and all that medicine. White man medicine, including spiritual healing. Yep. Natural remedies. Yep. That's y'all. Y'all want to be natural. Let me tell y'all something about being natural real quick. Did you know nature has killed 99.99% of all living organisms? Nature ain't never been your friend. Nature is trying to kill you, transform you into matter, eco-matter, trying to break you down to the very last compound. Anyway, natural remedies, practices like what? Acupuncture and meditation. Yeah, if you sit in the middle of your living room, with your legs crossed, they got you. Reincarnation. Yep. Many followers believe that the rebirth for the soul is successive. Yep. And they came here talking about the soul. Yep. Rebirth, the soul, successive existence. Esotericism, mysticism, drawing from traditions, Gnosticism, theocracy, Madam Blavatsky, and Eastern religions such as Hindu and Buddhism. Yeah, y'all made Buddha black. If you sitting there and you made Buddha black, you in a new age religion. And crystals. Crystals, all infidecent, all of them sell crystals. All of them. Spiritual awakening, conviction, massive spiritual awakening, the population lead to global transformation. Yep, that's y'all. I told you, got you. Got him, coach. Put me in the game. Got him. What's up?
Peace, King. How you feel today? Royal day. Hope all is well.
Black African power. What's on your mind?
Absolutely. Just wanted to come true to do a little collaboration and just let you know about our Black owned and operated app called Golden Crowns. I would love for y'all to do some of your work over there as well. We have video rooms, audio rooms, pretty much the works. You have music rooms. You can sell your music, marketplace, everything.
What's your name? Hold on. What's your name?
Cosmic Minds.
Cosmic Minds. And what you doing? It sounds like you advertising right now.
No, not. I mean, a little bit of both. It's more like I would like to collaborate with you, and
So you take my email. We ain't doing no free advertisement on here, man. Come on, man. Yes,
okay.
Like ESPN coming. Yeah, I got it.
I got a channel too. Y'all can market on my channel. Like a mob rules type of thing. One hand wash the upper type thing.
Here, can you see the chat right here? I'm gonna put this in the private chat. Hold on.
Okay, cool.
Hey, you go, Cos. I'm gonna do this too. You got anything on the topic? Give me my email.
Yes. I get the email. Gratitude for the opportunity.
Hold on. You're a Hebrew. What are you? Cosmic.
Just nothing really. Nothing. I'm none of the above. Not the Hebrew or any of that stuff, man. Just
Native American. Native American.
Nah, I don't even go with the Native Americans.
Believe you right. Come on, yo.
I just kind of just say we just the original. We just the original people. I mean, that's just it. We some everywhere. I mean, that's it really. And everything else is just a carbon copy of us.
I'm not sure. I think you might be sliding slightly to the what? Explain that. I'm trying to get it out yo. Carbon copy.
You say you're trying to get it out of me? Like what?
Saying. I'm trying to make it clear because right now you like floating somewhere in between like the new age religion. You don't believe, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna put where to put you at. This will help me recognize wherever I should, you know what I'm saying, partake upon your channel, which would give you you know what I'm saying, a nice look, because that's what we do.
Well,
We give influence
yes,
and vice versa. You get it? We give influence. People
yes.
trust our opinion. So I'm just hearing, go ahead. So carbon copy, what you mean?
Well, I mean, just I'm more on the economic side, the group economics,
I
and
like that. I like
different
that.
things of that nature. You know, closing the wealth gap and different
I like
things, and how we can work together and things of that nature. Usually on I bounce around on different channels just to support, because I know we have to support each other with intention. Like you were saying earlier, you referred to surrounding yourself with people that know things you don't, or aware of things that you aren't.
that's
So
right.
that's exactly why I align myself intentionally with higher intellectuals of different specialties.
I like that.
So
I like
that's really it's kind of like intellectual martial arts for me. It's kind of like, okay, I could take this and add it to my intellectual belt. I could take this, a little bit of that, and the things I don't really align with me, I just kind of leave it.
okay. I like that. I like the economic. You from Philly?
New York and
Yep.
Virginia over here in VA.
Okay, all right. So I know I like the financial piece, man. I think we need more of that. Yep. I think we need more of that, bro. We need more economic stability. That's part of the whole thing. STEM and financial literacy, yo, and I think that'll get us through. And you can sprinkle your religion in after you done came home from a hard day of work, and you can pray, you can do all that. But you can't lead with that. Can't. All right, Calvin, I gave you my email. All right. And that's what it is. All right, I'm dropping the link for y'all, man. Hey, if y'all want to do some advertising, man, y'all know how to get in touch with me, man. Y'all can advertise on the channel, man. Do that. Get your product brand out, whatever you got. All right. Sarnetta, I know he with that. If you wanna promote something on the pseudo killers of the community, skeptics, no pseudo. Not promote no herbs and spices, chicken broths for good health. Veganism. Nah. Did you know that Europeans brought veganism to America? Yeah, I bet y'all didn't know that, did y'all? You know,
Uh,
go ahead.
but nah, peace, King. Gratitude for the opportunity, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and set up for my show. I gotta do in a couple hours.
All right,
Gratitude, though.
all right, peace, man.
I'll get you the email in a few.
All right, I send it to you. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah. Let me see. Why not lead with spirit? With the spirit? Why not lead with this? Because it's the spirit. You can't lead with it because you can't find it. Where is it at? Where anybody know the spirit? Can you see the spirit? Can you hear the spirit? Can you touch the spirit? The spirit should always be there. Why would you have to lead with it? I say again, since you can't see, touch, or smell the spirit, then it should always be there. We shouldn't have to say it. The spirit should be inherent. It should already be there. It should always be working on your behalf. You don't have to say anything because it knows to work on your behalf. That's why we don't lead with it, because it's supposed to always be there. The spirit is there. You can't see it. You don't know when it's working, when it's not working. You don't know when it's going against you. You just don't know. So we don't got to lead with it. Never lead with something that you can't verify. You're going to get beat. I'm going with the spirit of my ancestors to hit that jump shot, but you ain't worked on it at all. Your ass is grass. You're in trouble. Yes, you are. Huh. All right, let's get into the super chats. Let me see where we at. All right, hit you with gold. Already did that. Got another one coming in. Appreciate you, man. The brother. Brothers from the UK, man. Big up to my UK audience, man. Man, I'm big with the UK, man. I need to get my ass across the pond. I'm officially ready to go across the pond. I am. Appreciate you, brother, man. Appreciate the people, my brothers on the other side of the great pond, man, the great water, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate that donation, man. That super chat, man. That's love right there, man. All day, every day. So we cooking with hot grease, yo. All right. We rolling. We rolling. I hear you, Juju. Let me check those things. Let me see real quick there. Huh? Let me see. See what we got here. Let me see here. Oh, shoot. All right. Dang, man. Oh, hold on, y'all. One second, God damn it. I had to get something for the family. Yeah. Got him. Got him, shorty. Got him. Put us in the damn game. Got him. Got him. All right. Okay. Let's see. All right. It said, yes, sir, brother Unc. Just clear customs and we got you. Clear customs, yo. Yep. Because I'm bringing no pseudo baggage with me. All right. Do y'all know how important these conversations are that I have with y'all, man? Y'all don't even know, man. Y'all should feel special because the show, I feel special to have y'all, man. Y'all said actually feel special because we are special. It takes special people to put up with me. It do. It takes somebody thinking. You gotta be able to think. You gotta be special. Average people ain't gonna get it. If you average and below average, now I don't mean in money, I don't mean in status, I don't mean in none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying you got to see yourself as wanting to be better than you was yesterday. And that make you special. You want to be better than you was the last time you got on this damn mic. You want to be better than the last time you showed up on the show and was talking crazy. You want to have learned something. Special people learn something, right? Special people not only learn something, special people learn something that they digest what they've learned and they incorporate it into what they doing. That's what make you special. Now, if you still mockingbird the same old things over and over again, then you're just not special. It ain't for you. Not gonna call you dumb, stupid, and crazy. I'm not gonna do that because then I would have to refer to myself as that because I was in a position of not understanding none of that. I remember saying that life popped up all over the damn place. Human life now popped up all over the place and thought I could explain the foolery. Humans did not pop up all over the place. As of 2026, they popped up in Africa. First, matured in Africa for 350,000 years, approximate. So that's why we had these conversations because do y'all know what the mandate was? Let me put this back up here. Y'all forgot what the mandate was. Y'all missed it. Y'all had a mandate of understanding our history and how white people took it from y'all. Remember that? That was the calling card. Right? Y'all was trying to get, and also was some kind of wow. That Dr. Benjamin was wanting to get it right because they felt like colonial powers had taken away from our agency and our history, and they was furthering racism. All right. Okay. So Dr. Benjamin was moving forward. So let's see this real quick. The New Age movement differs from traditional religions. All right. Eschalectic and, well, I can't even read it. Hold on a minute. Yeah. Synchronistic. Hold on. Yeah. Let me see.
Syncretistic.
Yeah. Okay. I said that. Synchronistic. Synchronistic. Synchronize and shit.
Syncretistic.
Synchronistic. Let's look it up. Let's look it up real quick. All right. I think it means to sync, put things together. Yep, the amalgamation or attempt to amalgamation of different religions, cultures, and schools of thought. Ain't that what the conscious community do? Right? Damn right. Exactly what they do.
Eclectic.
All right. Eclectic. Let's look it up. All right. Eclectic. Diverting ideas, styles, or tastes from a broad and diverse range of sources. That's y'all in a nutshell. It's a freely combining doctrines. Yep. You ever heard a person from the conscious community talk? They talk like that. And then call me stupid for saying, yo, you all over the place. And practices from diverse sources. Unlike many traditional religions, which established doctrines and historical continuity, the New Age movement emerged in the 1970s and 80s, looking forward to the New Age. Remember they was all talking about 2012? We all heard them. 2012, this was going to happen, the world going to change. Yeah. New Age peace and love through personal transformation and healing. You're always talking about healing. The sisters get up here, we talking about the yanni and the healing and this and that and the peace and all that, right? That's New Age. It often integrates elements from Eastern religion, esotericism, and modern, psychological offering. Let me see. And there's responses, all right, innovative responses to contemporary life. Yeah. That sentence sums it up. That's you. Yeah, modern psychology offering innovative responses to contemporary life, esotericism, Eastern religions. It integrates all of that. Traditional religions typically have more defined structure and historical lineage, whereas the New Age is characterized by its fluidity and adaptability. You can take a this 2 feet tall and hold it and claim energy coming out of it in the New Age movement. So if you got somebody that got trinkets and they big and they say it's power, you know that's the New Age religion, y'all. Because ain't no indigenous people in Africa doing that particular thing, but that particular symbol. Let me see what else we got here. Yep, that be y'all. Yep, there you go. See? So this is what I get, this wild. In the late 19th century, Helen Blavatsky, co-founder of the Theocratical Society, announced the coming of the New Age. She believed that the Theocratists who embraced Buddhism and Hinduism notion as reincarnation should assist in the evolution of the human race. So why would y'all talk so wild about Europeans and the foundation which you do? It's this. I find it to be wild to me. Then y'all get on me, be like, what you talking about? What you doing? Yo, you bring the white man information I never have. I simply brought the information presented by the natural world around me, based in anthropology, archaeology, biology. These are the natural sciences, evolution. While y'all was tricking off doing this. Told you. Yep. And talking wow. Tried to tell y'all that, man. Man wouldn't pay attention to me. Y'all was reading this. The Serpent Power. I'm trying to find, I know he got a whole book. Hold on. A whole book. Watch this, yo. Damn. Here you go. Got him, coach. Put me in the damn game. Got him. Here you go. This where y'all got that from. Told you. Yep. Egyptian yoga, pictures of the gods and goddesses, the ancient Egyptian system of physical postures from health, meditation, and spiritual enlightenment, and the ancient Egyptian origin of Hatha. What? Hatha yoga. See me poop. Hatha hell is going to cheat? He's scamming. This is a scam. If you got this book, you've been scammed. If you sitting there on the floor like this, you've been scammed. If you think, does this make sense? You have been scammed. And that's why I'm saying you are part of the quote unquote New Age movement. Here you go. Got him. If you're doing this, if you're doing any of that, you're scamming. Because the Egyptians, this don't mean none of that. Put some money on it. Debate that. Oh, man, y'all got robbed up. They robbed you up, yo. So if you sitting there with your fingers connected, this the sisters. Your fingers connected, the brothers. Your feet about to break off because you got them in a wild position, yo. Now, let's get this straight. Yo, yoga is good for you. At the gym, they got yoga. I ain't gonna lie, yoga is good for you, but don't lie about it. It ain't no indigenous African practice coming from the Nile Valley. That's the cat part of it. So I'm making light of it because y'all wild out on this. Crazy. This is not my yacht. This is scammery. Yeah, debate that. Bet you won't. Bet you won't. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And mad at me and talk to me. Big up the kick door low. Big up the goddamn kick door low, kicking in them damn doors. Yeah. Talking about me. I got him, coach, put me in the game. So don't hate me when I say Jabari and them scam. Listen, yo, if I'm sitting up there beside a man promoting Nile Valley history and he talking Egyptian yoga, yo, I'm going to say, yo, where you get that from? Give a damn about the show. It's about accurate information. I know how to say it eloquently. Well, sir, you know that yoga thing is a Hindu tradition and has absolutely nothing to do with ancient African traditions. Why do you connect the two? That's a good question. But I'm never sitting there letting somebody get that off. You know what I mean? Yeah. All day, every day. My man say family dollar. Yeah, they got the family dollar scholarship, yo. If you type in Egyptian yoga, yo, you're going to see everybody. If I start going to people's websites, I'm going to start going to people's websites next. Y'all done got on my nerves. Y'all done talk to me. Y'all talk too much trash on that Reggie debate. Like y'all y'all act like y'all was tough. Y'all tough guy me. Tough Charlie. Y'all tough Charlie me. Y'all was tough Charlie. You was too much Charlie tough. Yeah, y'all was. Don't make me start pulling out the websites. Pull out them websites on y'all. Egyptian, yoga in ancient Egypt. No such thing. They capping, robbing y'all, making it out, stealing folk money. The Black History Yoga, all that Yoga International, yoga, philosophy, none of that. Got nothing to do with none of that. Cap. Made it up. New Age movement. All y'all websites, you robbing. That's what you doing. Comedic yoga experience. Look, scammed out. Scam y'all half to death. Dumb. Look, I don't know what this is. Just coming over anything. Look. Y'all fell for it because you don't know how to judge none of this. You don't know what the hell you doing, man. Nope, you really don't. Yep. Nope. What is this? Any website we pull, all of it is wild. Comedic yoga. No such thing. Yeah, if you're in the middle of Egypt somewhere, yo, and you doing this pose, yo, you've been scammed out. Get it out of here. Look, scammed out. The Western world highly acknowledges India as its influence for yoga practices all over the world. But did you know that yoga depictions on the walls of ancient Egypt pyramids are examples of comedic yoga in ancient Egypt? No, we didn't know that because it was a damn scam. Scam I am. Scam I am. It's the scam I am. Look at that. Beautiful sister up there. How they said perpetrating a fraud. Look at that. Gone. Instead of just saying, yo, yoga, it can be very healthy for us, right? And we don't have a problem with introducing another culture's way of exercise and good health into our thing. Tell the people the truth, man. You don't got to make this up, go all the way to Egypt and stand in front of a pyramid and scam us. That's horrible. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. See, look, man, I just got to be the bad guy. I don't care. I'll be the bad guy. Let me be the bad guy. Run y'all off a little bit. There you go. That's why I can't be on none of the programming. They don't call me. I don't hit my phone. We got the champ in the building. I'm always going to put the champ in the building. Scan, pacing, kinetic on yoga. We got the champ in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the champ in the building. The champ is here. The champ is here. Pick up the Reggie, man. Yeah. So, yeah, we having fun today. I'm dropping the link. Where y'all at, man? Where the hell y'all at? Y'all say, no, sir. I know the serial killers want to get up here and talk crazy. No, sir. Oh, hell no. Let me see. Nope. We're going straight community skeptic pseudo killers. And when I get from work, I got about an hour from work. You know what I mean? And we're gonna go that. We're going that route. No, hell no, Kent. Hell no. Hell no, kick door low. This is a double stream. After 5, we getting it in, and you can come up here and do what you do. Big up to Kent, man. He started the pseudo killers with me, man. That's my man right there, man. Kick door, yo. He a crazy guy. No nonsense. If he smell a slight pseudo peace twinge, he be like, man, they scamming. Hell nah, yo. Oh, man, yo. They keep me on my damn toes, yo. Well, we got some characters. Oh, man. You think I'm hard. I'm easy, yo. They be, boy. I'll be fighting for my life, yo. Reggie be fighting for his life. See, the pseudo killers, man, if Reggie is saying something right, we're gonna support him, yo. But we always got one eye. We keep one eye on Reggie. You got to. Sometimes you gotta squint your eyes on Reggie. You gotta squint. You gotta squint. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. You gotta squint your eyes. You gotta squint your eyes sometimes, man. Man, where y'all at, man? The ice, baby. Did you ever touch the ice? Yeah, Kim Dolo did. I had to fight him off me, man. He was messing with my system with the ISIS papers, man. I had to fight Ken off of her. Man, I say, listen, man, all the people that I got dead in my heart, yo, man, they put them people in the pseudo list. And I was like, no. The ISIS papers, I'm not doing that. Wait till we do an exclusive pseudo killer and community skeptics, and we could do it. This is not the moment. Now, if you ask me, the melanin stuff was trash in that book. I could say it was straight trash. Nonsense. They all got scammed by one doctor, the melanin guy. I forgot his name. Reggie know his name. Scammed the whole community. Got everybody melanin up half the death. He was definitely wild with that. A lot of wild metaphors. He was. Francis was wild. But I like the person she was. I talked to her. I understand her experience being in America. And so for me, I have a pass that I give Dr. Benedict the pass. Right? Because if you talk to a white person, he talking about his white skin is superior. I ain't mad at you in the 50s and the 60s and the 80s if you coming back with that. I ain't mad about that. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with Dr. Ben acting like he had doctor's degrees. That's good. Because y'all lit niggas right now rock fake doctor's degrees, don't say nothing to them. So why y'all mess with Dr. Ben? So I don't got a problem in the middle of oppression, you scamming people, institutions, and acting like you had something you don't got and using their name. I mean, look, that's par for the course. They ain't even letting you have your civil rights. So I ain't worried about you making up some paper. So I never gig them on. I never gig them on that. I always put the proper time and space. Now, the people that promote that stuff, you're the wild ones because it's 2026 and that's the difference. So I never called them pseudo. They say they got it wrong because they was fighting against people that were saying the exact opposite. And we wasn't even giving them a fair opportunity. Libraries was marginalized. You couldn't go to a white library. You had to go to the black library. You know that was a real difference. You couldn't get in certain schools, right? You ain't had your civil rights. So don't talk to me about white people in the 50s. I'm not listening to that. And don't talk about black people responding to that nonsense in the 60s and the 70s, 80s. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear it. Now, when you start getting up in the 2000s, once the genome, listen to me. Once that genome came down the pipe, pre-genome, I'm going to give you a pass. Post-genome, you out of order and I'm on your head. That's why I be beating up Phil Valentine, because he's post-genome. Yeah, he's scamming. He got to be. What else is he doing? All of them. That's why I don't got no elders. Because they post-genome and they still talking that talk. Now, that's the rule. That's the rule. If you pre-genome being mapped out, you get the pass, right? If you pre-civil rights, you get the pass. If you post-civil rights but still in that flavor, it's still the flavor. The stench was there. They wasn't really paying attention to it. I'm giving you a pass. That's why I say post-genome. You know what I mean? Yeah, somewhat. Post-genome, up is corner how close you are to that genome, right? All right, I'm okay. But that after that, your ass is grass. Yeah, you can get no sympathy from me. 8 to 80, blind, crippled, crazy. You can be an 8-year-old, 11-year-old, talk, that mumble jumble, I'm on you. Yeah, because we didn't map the human genome. It's a lot to get from that. It's a lot to get from that genome, y'all. It's a whole lot to get from that genome. Once that genome is mapped, now we understand humans. We understand their genetic makeup. We understand their connection to the other anthropoid apes, right? We understand a connection to monkeys, to chimpanzees, to gorillas. We understand that. We have a clear picture of that, okay? And I think they totally completed it maybe a couple years ago. All right? Totally completed it. Yeah, evolution is in full effect, right? If you post genome talking about vaccines ain't real, you scamming. All right, and that quote unquote African Senate community or whatever it was, they was wild for that. Sister Sci-Fi, what it do? Yeah, so if you was watch this. This is another thing I don't give no pass. That's why I don't mess with all the Pan-African thing and the black algae thing is dangerous, yo. It becomes dangerous because they was definitely fighting us against the pandemic. And that pandemic, they definitely said. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Listen, let me show y'all something. I grew up with this nigga from Baltimore. He was in the Nation of Islam. My man George. Good dude, ran the streets. Street nigga. Cleaned his life up through the Nation of Islam. They was giving out pamphlets against the vaccine and eating Navy beans as a measure and some vitamins as a measure. I said, yo. I called Dr. Miyat. Right? She said, that's Brother George. I called my homeboy. I said, I don't know him. I know him. And they got me in touch with him. And we talked. Yo, he was like, damn, Bob, Bobby West, I ain't know. I don't know about all that. Yeah. But out of mutual respect, because he's the captain, man, they stopped giving out those pamphlets, yo. I think he's seen my posts on Facebook. right? He's like, why y'all going? Why they going to why are you going to Nation Islam? Because they was wild for it. I'm gonna show y'all the pamphlet one day. And so his segment and what he was a captain over, they stopped giving it out. Man, I respect that man for that, yo. But I ain't had no respect for the Nation of Islam, you know what I'm saying, outside of him and what he had control over. All the rest of that was cap, yo. All the wild nurses that was wild against that, yo, I cut them off. That's cap. In the middle of a pandemic, yo. No support for none. I'm by my damn self. Had to drum up a team. Big up to Sean. Right? Garfield and them. Big up. And the biggest supporter of what we was doing, although they didn't get vaccinated at the time, which I knew they was doing, was Sarnetta. He put me in a position to go against the largest anti-vax community in the world. All right? Put me in that position to go against Del Bigtree and them, Robert F. Kennedy, Nut, all that. That's real for me. But the whole Pan-African, the black groups and all that nonsense, the noble group, that shit was trash. And this is what I'm gonna say that don't nobody want to hear me say. I can't cuss, right? I want to cuss. It's a perfect time for the F-bomb. Do you know that these groups that claim fighting the revolution and fighting for the health and fighting for black people in America, yo, do you know they put the elders at risk? Do you know how many elders in that community died because they wasn't vaccinated? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know how many elders is sick right now? I don't say no damn name. I'm telling you, you got elders in those communities sick right now. Their hearts is failing, all that, because they was more afraid of the damn vaccine than they was against the vaccine was created for. You got people in that chat right now that'll swear you down. They tried to kill us. But let me give you a little something here. Y'all weakened your own community with the nonsense, and the elders are suffering from it right now. Did you know that my friend, now this is my friend, I made sure he got vaccinated. I was like, I got the vaccine. James Smalls, that's my man. Do you know in that largest debate in the conscious community, that vaccine debate, packed up. 90% white people in there. Do you know this man, him and Divine Suspect was on the side of the white people? They supposed to be black, this black love, they on that side. Look, Divine talk about some red algae against it. This nigga say red algae, cheering, yeah, red algae. I don't know what the hell James Smalls was talking about. I don't forget stuff like that. I just think they wild for it. I ain't hating them for it, but I see it to be wild. And I don't gotta forgive them for that. Ever. The whole Pan-African thing, I'm gonna start replaying videos. They debate me over this. These are Pan-African brothers. Now, I never wanna, listen, this is what you never wanna do. You never want to paint a whole organization based off of some nuts. But man, they never policed their own nuts. Why I had to police them? I never heard Pan-Africans. Well, Dr. Miles is a Pan-African, right? But y'all know what the hell I mean. Them card-carrying members, most niggas ain't even card-carrying members. They don't pull up, they don't be saying, yo, we shouldn't have did this, we did that. Most Pan-Africans don't even know the history of Pan-Africanism. Most of them are Garveyites, which is a wild sect of them, because you know they got the funny hat, right? Anti-this, anti-white people, anti-men, all that. Man, yeah, them groups that y'all thought was there to help the community, yo, was trash and got y'all elders suffering right now. And I said it. Now, I said it. Go get them. Right now, they harboring ill feelings, you know what I'm saying, because they was wrong and they won't tell you they was wrong. You only had the pseudo killers. Yo, we brought the first, dude, we brought a white doctor on the platform, yo, to talk about vaccines, yo. They threw tomatoes, apples, berries, the fruit truck. Y'all, they did all that, yo, and they think I'm supposed to take it light on them now. Nah, nigga, don't never talk to me about taking light on nothing. Because when we, watch this, when we really needed them organizations, this is what I'm going to say. Now watch this. And I ain't being mean. I'm trying to give y'all something serious, yo. All that talk, that's dope. You know, and that's why I protect the sisters that actually help us, like Juju, Miss Tiff, Dr. Mayad, because they fed into the vision. I had the vision I got. Kent and them, they could see the vision and further the vision. Vance, all these dudes, man, I could just keep mentioning them. Yo, I ain't leaving y'all out. I just don't feel like doing a damn roll call. I probably shouldn't have said no names, right? The hell with it. The ones that y'all claiming elders, them niggas ain't step up. Them organizations that y'all claiming helping black people, they ain't step up. That's the only time we needed any of that thing. Listen, think about that, yo. These niggas like Haru. Haru. That's the Japanese soldier that was fighting the war 17 years, 8, 9 years later in the islands, still fighting after the Japanese had already got beat and stood on that ship and say, we lost. They were still fighting. That's how all them black groups was. They were still fighting the war of liberation against the white man. But you couldn't help us liberate ourselves against something that was killing us in real time. You couldn't give us the right information. You gave us wild, crazy white people information. And the whole time, y'all arguing, y'all fighting against the white man. Y'all practicing white man spirituality, new age. Y'all practicing white man anti-vaccines. Y'all doing, and the whole time talking about I'm the enemy and I'm giving y'all white people information. Damn you. I'm never letting that go. And I ain't tripping. I ain't howling and screaming. That's why I don't mess with none of them and all that. That's why I don't care. Now y'all know, because it seems like the group that I falsely cared the most. I'm not saying that everybody was on board. They might have had some hesitancy, but we educated ourselves. And we all stuck together while y'all sitting on the sideline talking about eat some chicken noodle soup to stop a damn virus and how crazy I was. They killing us with the vaccine. No, y'all killing yourself by not taking it. By these revolutionary groups that claim to fight a mystical war somewhere. They was actually helping. They was actually helping destroy our community. One elder at a time. One African American at a time. As we got infected and passed on the daggone pathogen and act like good, tight medical science was some kind of way wrong. Yeah, right now they come up in that chat and won't say, you know what, Unc, you was right, yo. The only reason we back outside like this is because of medical technology, yo. Oh man, I remember like it was yesterday, yo. The backlash, I can't believe you, the chairman in the debate for the other side, all that occurred, yo. And y'all thought I was gonna sit back and think that, but it never was cool, yo, to play with y'all lives, yo. It's cool to be on this mic to play like you fighting the revolution. All right, whatever, man. Okay, y'all niggas is fighting like y'all in the 60s. That's cool. No problem. Y'all think y'all the Indians. No problem. Y'all think y'all the Hebrews. Bet y'all think Jesus Christ gonna crack the sky and come down here and change reality for y'all. I bet, yo. I'm light work on y'all with that. But to go against medical information that ain't none of y'all qualified for in the middle of something to come around every 100 years or so, a pandemic that swept around the world, that colonized the world, and play with that, and then still claim to love black people and care about them, and then talk trash to me, I'll beat you up every time I see you, yo. I'm never letting that go. Now, I'm never letting that go, yo. That I had to take that mission on by myself. I'm capping. But I definitely dove out the window first. And the scientific literary people dove through like they were supposed to, yo. We did, yo. What we got here? Gotta be the super chat. Let me see. What we got? The Cali Enigma, that's my man right there. Facts. I battled people in my community who fought against the vaccines. They told me that elderberry, black seed oil, and sea moss zinc. Yeah. There you go. Hitting them right in the head with it. Yep. I said I started it by my damn self. I said I sounded the trumpet by my damn self. And then all the troops came. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. That go from Sean with the first. Did that presentation on Garfield joint. Yep. And all the pseudo killers was definitely on board. Yep. That's real. That's real. But I can say out my, because the conversation for me started when I was in Mississippi with my Mississippi family. And I was like, damn, they scared of vaccines. This was before the COVID came. I was a whole year ahead of the whole thing. 8-9 months ahead of the whole thing. I had y'all ahead of the thing. That debate I had, yo, was ahead of the daggone thing. That's how serious science is, yo. It put you ahead of everybody you talking to. That's why y'all hate the community skeptics. That's why y'all hate the pseudo killers. That's why y'all hate me on Sarnetta TV. Because I be ahead of the game. The people that speak intelligently are ahead of the game. We already seen the movie before. A pandemic occurred 100 years ago. We know what it was. We knew how to handle our fears. We was all afraid. All of us, even the ones that were scientifically literate, was afraid. We all was. We was afraid of our families and how it affected us. And everybody knows somebody that died. That's another thing. We say, watch. At the end of this, you're going to all know somebody that died. Man, my sons lost their uncle. Come on, man. Yeah, we can talk the talk. Let's talk the talk and walk the walk, man. Yeah, use one of them. Put this up here. What you say? Let me see. I didn't take a vaccine and I'm perfectly fine. Many who did, shut up. See, that's a fool. See, I will never listen to you again. Has demonia. I can't even read you down. I don't even care to pronounce that right. You a nut. You one of them dudes. See, he's one of them people right there. But what he won't do is hit that daggone button and get up here and talk about it. You don't know if you fine or not. See, it was that type of stuff. It was all that. It was all that. It was all that, man. All that, man. All that. Yeah. Yeah, Mika. Let me read what you're saying, Mika. I know it's wild. Nothing wrong with waiting and educating yourself. Nobody don't have to force you or push you or rush. Shut up. Dumb. See how dumb? Dumb. See? Did you get vaccinated, Mika? Huh? Since you always talking that talk and chatty and a patty, I'm going to ask you one time, Mika, did you get vaccinated? And waiting. Nigga, we waited. We waited till they fixed that. We waited. Everybody actually had to wait. And we actually had to wait because there wasn't no damn vaccine for us. So we had to wait. You act like we ain't wait. You act like we all jumped out the window. We all waited in fear of our lives. Or at least in fear of the unknown. Wondering what would happen to us. We all had to wait. Simple as that. Yeah. So don't tell me about waiting. Where you at? Okay, Mika has not responded. Mika has not responded. Read what? Read it. Read. Ho. I read it, Mika. It says nobody have to force you. You don't want with your body. What? It's not an individual choice. It was a damn community and family choice. What is wrong with y'all? Listen, it was more than an individual choice because your choice affected everybody fucking around you. That's the difference there, right? Keedy from Baltimore beat him half down in vaccine debate. Talking about he don't go outside. He let everybody come in. They wash hands for the. Shut up. They bring the disease. They bring the pathogen in with them. You go see your grandmother making an individual decision. You kill your damn grandmother. So it's more than just an individual decision. It's a family decision as a whole. And that decision should be made through education. Of course, you'd be uneducated on the subject. Of course, you can be hesitant. But let me tell y'all something here. Right? And I'm going to say this. Let me tell y'all this right here. I want y'all to know that for all the years y'all been living and talking that talk from little kids, right? Y'all been having conversations on the corner, Thanksgiving dinners, and y'all talk about, well, you know, Tommy went to college and dropped out. Well, you know, Wilma was caught bringing some drugs from Jamaica for this Jamaican guy. She got locked up. You know, Billy and them got 50 years from the feds. Ern and them, they got caught in a shootout, got locked up by the police. Which you never heard, though, in all them stories? You never heard them say, Tommy died from a vaccine. Never heard it. I mean, you never heard that. Never. So I ain't never trying to hear this miseducation. And see, it's miseducation is what I'm always fighting against. It's ignorant. And the thing that's wild about the whole thing, this was wild. Y'all tried to separate vaccines. Y'all didn't know that the majority of y'all was vaccinated anyway because you couldn't go to school unless you had some wild parents that got you a wild fake religious exemption because it was fake. You know what I'm saying? And those that got vaccinated helped them. See, we help the people that ain't vaccinated. See, because if you got a vaccinated person, right? An unvaccinated person and an unvaccinated person, and the vaccinated person come in contact with an unvaccinated person, at least we got protection that may save that unvaccinated person. We actually save the unvaccinated people once we get to a certain level of vaccinations. But all of y'all that had vaccinations growing up to go to school, and you never died from the thing you was vaccinated from. That's another. You never heard them say we died from vaccine. You never heard it. We died from childhood diseases, but you never heard them dying from that. We died from starvation. We died from drug overdoses, but you never hear them saying we died from a vaccine. Never heard that in the Black community at all. That seemed to be an unlucky thing that happened to white people, didn't it? It definitely didn't happen to us. So my point is, knock it off. My point is, pre-genome, I'm going to give you a pass. Post-genome, all that vaccine talk, all that wow, what they didn't tell you in school books, all that. I'm not going by way of the new age, yo. Y'all can do it. I'm not doing it, yo. Y'all can do it. I'm not doing it. And I appreciate y'all support, man. And I appreciate y'all love. And I appreciate all that, yo. I really do, yo. I'm going to tell you right now, yo, we just going to keep educating ourselves, man. We're going to keep moving and grooving and keep doing it like we're supposed to do it, yo. That's what we're going to do. We ain't playing with y'all. All right, I got you. Cosmic Minds. All right, I got the email, yo. So, yeah, we 2 hours in it. Where y'all at? Where the chatties at? Scared to death to hit that. Shaking in their boots. And no, I don't want to talk about no vaccines. I'm not listening to y'all. No, I'm not going to beat nobody up because they didn't take the vaccine. I'm going to beat somebody up that didn't take the vaccine and talk crazy. That's I'm going to beat you up because that's your personal choice. Matter of fact, I don't care if y'all never take a vaccine. Matter of fact, when you have your kids, all your anti-vax, don't get them vaccinated. You know what I mean? Do you really think I care if a person make a decision not to get a vaccine, yo? After we went through all that, do you think I'm the type of guy that really cares? I'm gonna laugh at you. Ha ha! Your kids walking around like this because they had meningitis or something. Ha ha! Look at you. I'm gonna laugh at you. That's the type of guy. I'm gonna laugh at you, guy. I'm a told you so guy. That's what I am. I'm a told you so. I told you. I told you. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, I'm ringing what? All right, you get no more. You gotta pay for your next comments. You gotta pay for me, because I'm not doing it. Done. I gave you enough free time, man. Enough free time on here, man. Bang. Got 2 jewels. Bing, bing. Eco Cipher. Appreciate the gift. Mm-hmm. So man, look, yo. Y'all see that title though? I got off into a good one for a minute. Let me bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. What? Nope, that's a free one. No more free. You don't get no more free one. I ain't debating you for free. Nobody, no more free ones. What? I'm gonna do this free one. Let me see. What did that say? Because you were what? Desperate. The church and God took advantage of you. Oh man, who are you talking to? Yeah, man, I always went to great church. I had pretty good churches I went to growing up. I had great church. I think the artwork changed me when I was little, looking at the white stained glass windows, colorful stained glass windows. We attracted the color as kids, man, and seeing the white Jesus and the white angels. Yeah, I thought that was wild. I think I never recovered from that. Anthony Bowman, my favorite guy to talk politics with, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate that. That's love. Appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate that. Mm-hmm. What music got you? Will Mobley, what's up? Park Heights, what's good, man? What's good? Y'all can join the discussion. Y'all want to hit the panel, man. We're going to keep it light. We off the tough talk with the bag. We off that. We off that. That's a hard, complex conversation, man. That is. I do want the smoke. Can't y'all say I'm smoking the smoke? I want the smoke. I want the smoke. I'm smoking them. I definitely want the smoke. I do. I know I want the smoke. We 2 hours and 18 minutes in. We'll be going live later on the Pseudo Killers, Community Skeptics, man. Give y'all a chance to get home and jump on the board, man. What else can I say? Let me see. And the kilt y'all did with the Egyptian yogurt. He's proved that y'all the new ages, new age movers. Y'all the new age movers. Yeah, man. Y'all definitely that. All right, so let me see. Do I got a clip I want to play or something? I know it's a clip or something I got in here. I got the clip fracture in here, man. Pick up the new Christian, man. Pick up the Omar Reed, man. The Clippers, the Super Clippers, the Clippers. Let me see here. See if I can move this to here. See if I can go to my clip thing. See if I can start some trouble in that arena. Do the clip section. Let me see if I can go to the clip section. Let me see. What am I missing? I'm missing something right here. What's the? Let me see. That's the wrong one. Let me get here. I don't know why they in here. I gotta ask y'all, who in there? I gotta get them out of there. Let me see. Let me see here. Are they in there? Let me get them out of there. All right. Do I want to bang on the little kid? Nah, I ain't gonna bang on the little kid. I already bang hard. I gotta go easy on it. Let me see. How about the Kerry Cooney statement? We done fought that all day. That was a wild one. Yeah, let me see. I don't like her. This the one that everybody claimed. Hold on, y'all. All right. I'm gonna do this for y'all. Let me share the screen. Let me hear Carol Coney real quick. Alice say, no. You play the clip, man. I ain't gonna play that. I ain't gonna play it. I'm gonna play another clip. I ain't gonna play that one, Alice. I'm gonna play this. I ain't gonna play that. Real quick. I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna play this one. All right. Let's see what she's saying. All right. Let's see what we got here.
With that 20-second soundbite.
Yeah.
Some questions can't be answered that way. And so you gave
it's not the right research question to ask. It's
Correct.
a research question about us.
Correct.
You'll never know. You'll never know. And how interesting that we think of the ancient Egyptian kings, and then there are all these claims, oh, the ancient Egyptian kings were black. Well, the Theban kings probably would have counted as black in the American definition, right? Maybe not as dark as somebody from Ghana or Nigeria, certainly not. But they would have counted in an African-American perspective as black. Whereas Ramses II wouldn't have, because his ancestors are coming from the Northeast Delta, arguably from the Levant, going further back. You have a West Asian kingship that has a different look to it. But there's always intermixing. There's always wives and different genetic strains coming in. And I always look at that National Geographic. You can't get the data for it, but you can. They did a study of the current population of Egypt and make the claim that some 70% of the population is the same as what the ancient Egyptian population would have been, which means that you do get a 30% of the population brought in from occupation through ancient Greek and Roman times. You get population brought in from the Arab elite replacement. You get new population brought in from colonialism through time. But that, 30% is very small in comparison to the 100 million people that currently occupy Egypt. So, most of them are of ancient Egyptian origin in their genetics.
This is absolutely fascinating.
So I already know it's too complex for people to get it. The scientific literate people will get it right away. The people who are not grounded in scientific literacy will only hear the woman say black, and they won't hear the woman say American definition. So let me give you a little key. If a person got to tell you, you can only use a narrow, racist, American stance, social construct definition, on something, they really telling you, don't use it. That's that simple. I think the important thing that she talked about is genetics. Remember I talked about that post genome being mapped out? She talked about how that population there today are more closely related to the ancient Egyptian population. So that's an answer all the questions and clear up anything that you was confused about. But you know what? You don't do it. You will go to a book that was written in 1970, 1980, like Diop's and them, and you refuse to deal with the 2026 material, which is crazy. And you'll talk crazy about people that's using the 2026 data. It talks about those Egyptians. Craziest thing ever to me, man. So we won't be able to move forward and understand our history until we're able to at least do that. Big up to Joel. How you doing, man? Welcome to the platform, man. What it do?
Peace. What's going on with you, bro?
Just having fun. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I see you. Hey, look, it sounds like it's a recurring theme, man. It seems like any topic that's brought up, whenever science is brought into it, there's a fight against it because people associate science with the white man.
Yeah. Yeah. All
I say it like that, the white man.
Yeah. White man science.
And okay, so last I checked, science was something being done by everybody on the planet trying to get this thing together. How does it now? I get it that there was a lot of mistakes made by the Europeans, right? In the early parts of it. They probably make some mistakes now too. Not as many. But I mean, there was a lot of mistakes made because it was in this elementary, practice. But but humans work on that kind of stuff and get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and we do real good with science now. We got a lot of things that put checks and balances.
Mm-hmm.
Right, all the way down to peer reviews, where their own folks look over and be like, "Nah, man, this just don't hold water." Right. So why is this still a fight? People using 1940s, 1860s fights to say that we shouldn't trust it. So what's going on?
Say it again.
That's my thing.
Say it again.
People, people use like events that took place. Like, okay, perfect example. Oh, well, you can't trust vaccines because remember the syphilis. Remember the syphilis project? Like they'll point to that. Look at what them Europeans did. Or oh no, race science. Look how they mislabel people with the crayon colors. And they say, see, that's the white man's science.
Right.
You can't trust that. So my thing is, with the checks and balances in, why are we still leaning on that argument?
Because our whole argument was outdated. Remember that?
Right.
From the jump, everything we was getting was outdated. We never was getting a scientific approach with the up-to-date data. We was always, so if you starting with Dr. Ben and John Henry Clark, by the time we got them, they was out of date, yo. But by the time we latched on in 2000, you might have came aboard in 2000. They book was already 30 years old or 50 years old already, yo. 30 years ago.
Right.
25 years old. The data had already right. The Cairo Symposium had already been finished, 1974, right? To 2000. You 30 years out, yo, you done. You 25, you're done. It's old. I mean, we was refurbishing old ideas, taking it as truth, yo. So the whole conscious community is out of date. Even the science, watch this. Remember I said it's the Harlem History Club side that I went with, and it's the New Age side that the conscious community went with. So either way you went, you was outdated. The new thing, hold on, my fault. I said that wrong. If you was trying to mess with the academic scientific side, right? The people that talked about academics and science and they worked, the people that talked about Charles Darwin and geography and all that and scientific racism, that would be the Harlem History Club. That's the strongest stance you would have, right? That's the strongest case you would have. I came in on that. But I got it. It was out of date. Diop's work was out of date. When he published it, it was out of date. Think about that. In 1974, it was out of date. All right. Now, the new age material, right? When you got that, you got the whole mumble jumble, white people mumble jumble thing. That was never up to par. It was pseudo. But it was new. You feel me? The conscious community is based on the pseudo wild information, and the Harlem History Club was based off of, you took that route, was based off the outdated information. So no matter how you got it, yo, you was already in default. You was already away from trying to achieve the goal you wanted to achieve, and that's have an accurate depiction, right, of reality that your ancestors went through.
Well, you're describing the 1980s and 90s, though, right?
The 2000. No, I'm saying I came aboard in 2000.
Okay, 2000. All right, so you're talking about the 2000s. This 20 years later, we got a device in our hand now.
Yeah, well,
and I know some people use it wrong, but if you ask your device, anything you look up, if you ask your device, is it peer reviewed? Your device will correct itself and tell you, well, no, this is, it'll give you the accurate information. You just gotta prompt it right. That's all.
So I mean, but when I came in here, it wasn't a you. It wasn't a me, bro. Right. Think about that, yo. People take away from what we do, Joel. They don't know what they're looking at. There was no God. We represent guardrails. We represent promoting scientific literacy no matter what our beliefs are. You get it? We represent that.
Right.
And the moral majority of us are non-believers or in question mode and deep, serious question mode. Skepticism.
Right.
Yo, I think our foundation is skeptical. You know what I'm saying? And so we wasn't around like that. You have to go all the way back to the 19-something where Hubert Harris was renowned atheist. We have 1,000, 2,000 people watching him in Harlem on a soapbox where he was kicking that real black atheism. That go all the way back to him, and they all drowned him out, right? The new age drowned out Dr. Ben and all them, yo. They like the shrines, they like to believe in stuff now, right? That's why Jabari thing is so nice because he's a believer, and he make it seem like that he ain't practicing religion, but he is. He practicing new age religion. He is. We want to believe. You get it? We want to believe. Whereas though I see Easy Band, big up Easy Bands. I see where take Easy Band for instance, right? Easy Band was like, y'all do gotta believe, and they fight them down and make up stuff to beat them. Right?
Yeah. Easy Band accept him. He know. He's a practitioner, so he know what they doing.
They scamming. They scamming, but he ain't got nobody on the side. He need an atheist to say, damn, he right though. Me and Easy Band to fight over stuff like he don't know the difference between a Christian bringing an integral part of the scientific method and what a Christian actually believes. Like he think that, come on, yo, that
they run together. He think they go together.
Yeah,
like religion and science.
Yeah.
Oh, that's that. You know what? Speaking of that, that's where old boy, what's his name? Hercules Ninja. What's his name?
Hercules the Ninja.
No, what's his name for real? Hercules.
I don't know the rest of it. Hercules is gone.
No, he got a double name. Something Hercules.
Hercules the Ninja. Keep going.
All right, anyway, you know what I'm talking about. The guy that did the show on South. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's like, okay, we got to keep the African spirituality in with the science. Like African science was the spirituality blended in with the science. Mm-hmm. Right? So he don't have no examples of how this is supposed to work. I noticed he ain't got no examples. I'm like, this dude ain't got no examples how it works. But in his mind, he's still he fighting the European, because that's what he said. He said we can't go with the European science. But the European science is not European science. It's the planet science right now. You won't get critiqued if somebody write a paper in Britain right now claiming that humans are growing wings. They're gonna be like, okay, where the evidence? And he'd be like, yeah, I did some research on some people's backs, and I see scaling. Everybody gonna want samples in China, Japan, South Africa, Nigeria. They gonna say, let's get some samples of this. We gotta see this. You see what I'm saying? Like you just not. Everybody on the planet is doing it. So why try to make it strict? Why does it have to be strictly African science for it to be valid? Why can't it be just science in general? Because me personally, I feel like that's a red flag. If Japan come up with something and they say, "Oh, only Japanese can understand this," I'm gonna be like, "Oh no, something ain't right. Something ain't right with that information. How come only you can understand it?" No, that's a red flag. What do you think about that? African science, it's got to be strictly African.
Yeah, it don't make no sense. I don't even know what you're talking about. It's not science if it's African science. It's not science if it's European science. That's not science. Right. That's a culture mixed in with some things. That's the thing that held us back. And that's the that's the point I was trying to make, yo.
And I'm gonna tell you something, Unc. I hate to put it like this.
Put it that way.
Say it like this, because I mean,
Christian,
I don't never try to down my folks. Just,
Me neither.
But it was them Europeans that took them vaccines over there. There's a lot of diseases that be running through African communities. I'm talking about on the continent of Africa. And they go over there with them vaccines and vaccinate them people and save lives. The African science that he was talking about wasn't saving.
No, it would.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, they wouldn't need that if that was the point.
Exactly.
Yeah, they wouldn't.
They'd be like, no, you can hold on to that. We got this bush. No, seriously, right? Because that's what the African science is, right?
Yeah, they would have
indigenous practices.
Yeah,
and some of that stuff might work. It might work for stomach virus.
Nope, it's gonna make it feel it ain't gonna work for no viruses because it's innocuous.
I don't know. All I know is that when Ebola hit,
it can't immune response. It can't listen. It does not cause an immune response.
Okay, you probably absolutely correct.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
What I'm saying is when Ebola run through or AIDS, that ain't stopping it.
Right, because it does not cause an immune response to your body. The mistake is that people think that the vaccine itself is doing it. It's not. The vaccine causes your body to defend against it, against the pathogen by introducing
antigens. Yeah, okay.
No, they ain't got no more adjuvants and antigens and none of that in the vaccine no more.
No. I'm saying your body produces it, right?
Yes.
Is that the right way to say it?
Yeah, I said it wrong. Antigens. Yeah, your body produces antigens and killer T cells and stuff like that. Yeah. Yep. So that's all the vaccine. The third generation got sugar, water, and salt in it, and a fake copy of the pathogen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again. Sugar, water, salt. All right. And a fake protein that makes your body think that a pathogen just attacked it, and it causes your body to fight against it. That's what's in the vaccine. They don't got the antigen and none of that stuff that they used to have in there. The adjuvants, right? That would actually stop infection and stuff. And you know what I mean? Inside the vaccine, they don't have that no more. That's none of that's in there. But this is what the conscious community is. They this guy. Hiro Andoa. How you say his name? Let me say it right. This is who y'all is. Y'all
Hiro.
Hold on.
Hiru Onoda.
Oh, that's the dude that was banging on the regular folks.
This how y'all is, and all them groups, y'all Hiro Onoda. This who y'all is, yo. Here you go. This the man right here, Hiro Onoda, his younger brother. Yep, this him. Yep. Surrendering his sword in the Philippines. He surrendered his sword in 1974, yo.
What year did the war end?
It wasn't 19. I'm doing too much. It wasn't 90. Hold on. Okay. Now, he gave him a sword, though. He gave up a sword, though. Hold on, let me get the date for you. It wasn't that. Here you go. When Onoda arrived, the Long Bay, he encountered officers who outranked him and prevented him from carrying out his mission, which aided the Philippine resistance movement. Forces and capturing the island when they landed in February 1945. After a short period, all about the second lieutenant, Anunda, and 3 other soldiers, Private, Yukicha, and Corporal Samanda, private class. What did they do? Hold on, let's get the timing. Time and hiding. All right, man. Hold on. Okay, while hiding, Anunda and his companies continued their mission, carrying out guerrilla activities. Imagine that running in somebody's backyard, yo.
Your kids out there playing soccer. He come through the woods.
He run through. He coming through. Y'all shooting hoops and playing soccer. He coming through. Surviving on bananas and coconuts. Look, stolen rice and cattle. He's stealing cattle out of people's farms, right? And on several occasions engaging in shootouts. He having shootouts. Somebody in the backyard, we start shooting them. Pow, down wrong this nigga. That's how the conscious community be, yo. They be having shootouts and all that. Yeah, yo, they be, yo, some people got being shootouts with the police, yo. right now, yo, on the
Oh,
Black Power, yo, trust me, bro. Hey,
shit.
y'all tripping. Hold on. In several occasions, shootouts, it says they successfully evaded. Look, yo, these people successfully evaded American and Philippine search parties and attacked villages whom they believe was the enemy guerrillas, allegedly killing up to 30 civilians on the island. They killed 30 people on that island, yo.
Oh man, he was doing too much, yo.
Yeah, yo, that's what y'all doing, yo. They say the first time Ononda group saw a leaflet announcing Japan had surrendered, they was dropping leaflets and all that to this man so they could see it. Let me see, was in October 1945. Let me say a separate group of Japanese holdouts showed them a note left behind by islanders to read, "The war is ended." Look, ended the 15th of August. Come down from the mountains. It say the men concluded that the leaflets was alleged propaganda. They was like, oh, that's not real. You know, like we were trying to say, hey,
Yo, fake news, fake news.
yo, science is self-correcting. Oh, no, we don't believe that. Hey, yo, the vaccines work. No, we don't believe that. That's how y'all be. We give y'all the leaflets. Y'all not listening to it. Now, hold on, yo. When did they stop doing it? All right. Let me see. Askia, am I saying it right? Askasu separated from the group in September 1949. And after 6 months on his own, surrendered to Philippine forces in 1950. So 1950, he surrendered. The damn war was over in 1945. This other guy, one of these people surrendered in 1950. Okay, say in February 1952, a letter from 3 soldier families urging their surrender. They was like, come on, surrender. He wouldn't do it. Hold on. When did they finally stop? Samandia was wounded. He getting shot in the leg in a shootout with local fishermen in June 1953. Imagine the war been over for 8 years at this point. 1945, yo, it was over with. 1953, getting another guy getting in shootouts. After which Ulunda nursing him back to health. So he think he helping warriors on the battlefield. On May 7th, 1945, Shiminda was killed in another shootout in the Philippine Army Mountain Unit. So they getting an active shootout, y'all. Man. The death of Kazuka on the 19th of August, my fault, of October 1942. Kazuka was killed in a shootout with local police while conducting a recurring raid in which he and Anunda, this Haru, right, was burn piles of rice harvest by villagers. What? Would burn piles of rice harvested by the villagers. So they trying to harvest their rice going on in 1972, going on their daily lives. And this man is still waging war. Yo, I'm going to stop the enemy's food supply. It say, which they intended as a signal of fellow Japanese forces with their group would still be alive carrying out duties in Lungbang. Ananda was alone from this point. So he by himself, he the last holdout. This was y'all be. Surrender and return. On 1974, Anunda Huru encountered Suzuki, a Japanese adventurer who was traveling around the world and had told his friends he was looking for Lieutenant Anunda. All right, so this guy, Suzuki, had read about the story and he told his friend, I'm going to find this guy. Right? And so he ended up finding him. Let me see. Suzuki was located Anunda after 4 days of searching. All right, Unungbang. Anunda later described their meeting in an interview. So they actually got an interview. Hold on, let me see. So he got the guy to surrender, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, y'all need to take a look in the damn mirror, bro. All right? Anunda was thus relieved of duty on March 10th, 1974, surrendered to the Philippine forces at Lundenbang radar base. On March 11th, a formal surrender ceremony was held in the Philippines. We need it. You know what? We need to have we're going to have a ceremony for y'all. So y'all can lay down y'all arms and lay down y'all wild fighting tactics. That's what we probably need to do. All right? Man. Yeah, we need to do that. Yep. So that's what it is, man. Y'all in the middle of this wild thing. Yeah, y'all need to give up your arm. Y'all need to, y'all gotta change the way y'all fighting. Y'all tripping. Yeah, y'all outdated, bro. Onuda. Thank you, Alex. Onuda. I call him Anunda. Sounded like he was African or something, didn't I? Onunda. All right. Anyway, y'all that. We need to have a ceremony. Say, look, man, you know, they did great. Martin Luther King and them, Malcolm and them, yo. Nation of Islam, all that, whatever. Hey, man, you know, it's over with, bro. They did that. Now it's time for us to transform our families, get our history together, right? Get people in sciences and STEM, participate, right? Yo, you get it together, bro. You know what I'm saying? We still recognize where we came from, how we got here, yo. We never forget that, yo. There's reparations to be had. All right. There's things to be pushed forward, yo. But we ain't running around talking about they trying to kill us, yo, with a vaccine, bro. You're in the middle of the war at that point. You really think that? And they get on these platforms and really think that they fighting against white man science. They do that. Funny to me, bro. Funny. That was a good one, man. Alunda. So there you have it, man. Anunda. Hiru. 1974, when that man gave up, yo. From 1945, 1974, yo. This man running around through people's backyards. Y'all running around in people's backyards think you fight against people in the 1950s and 60s. That's what y'all doing. The rhetoric y'all spew is 1960, 1950 rhetoric. That's what y'all doing. Science deniers at a all-time high on purpose, willfully, I think. Y'all funny for that, man. Come on, man. Listen, we can actively educate and inform our communities, yo, and recognize the profound effect that religion and slavery and the cruel social systems like the one-drop rule was put on us. How it affected. We can admit that. We can deal with that. And at the same time, man, we can push forward to foster strong, healthy communities. There is no health in the community if you still running around here like a dunda. Still fighting a war, outdated style. That is over with. Now we want to get our politics together, y'all. Now we want to educate our people. We want to educate them. We want to have teachers that look like us educate. We want that in the game. We want scientists to look like us, right? We want to be able to do what we need to do to make sure our communities are strong and healthy and are valuable to ourselves and our family first. You're fighting the war that's over with, bro. There's a lot of challenges for foundational Black African Americans. And one of those damn challenges don't gotta be misinformation. Don't gotta be. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of things that need to be done. Racism is systemic. It's systemic. Systemic, meaning it's in the very fabric of institutions, passed on from generation to generation. That ain't gone. You just can't use the old fighting tactics. That phase is over with. You know what I mean? It's not gonna work. You're gonna look like this guy running through somebody's backyard. You're gonna be getting in shootouts. We seen it. I could pull him up. You can pull him up. Actively in shootouts, right? Get pulled over for regular traffic stop. Oh, the racist, and get shot up. Yeah. Or you end up shooting. Calm it down. Y'all can chill it out. There's a lot of work that need to be done for our community, man, so we can function properly. There's a lot of cultural shifts that need to happen. It's a lot of work we got to get going. A lot of stuff we need to continue to do. We need to build strong institutions. Big up to the sisterhood, man, that is actively participating and forming real institutions around STEM and STEAM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Literacy problems in our community we need to fix. Did you know that literacy is a main factor for youth going into these programmed juvenile delinquency? Did you know that? Literacy is at the forefront of that. People go to jail more often based off of their literacy level. Getting a business, building a business, or lack thereof literacy will allow you to do it or not. We advocating for the basic stuff right here. Knowing when and understanding vaccines, medical science is important, wouldn't you think? So you don't trick yourself like Haru did. Damn near 10 years, 15 years. 1954 to 1974, 1945, 1974. The guy was wild, yo. He was wilding out. Gone, 20 years tripping. Don't be that, man. All right, man. Let me see if I can get one more call in here too, man. What time is it? Appreciate y'all, man. It's been fun today, man. I got it off my chest, man. Want to stream, man. We going straight atheism later on. If y'all want to hear that conversation, man, if you got heart, read some of the Cash Apps, man. Let me do that. Yeah, it was a good one, man. Y'all funny. We over here beating them half to death. Yes, sir, Bob. We got the flow going. Yeah. Drop the link in case we want one more caller. Hold on. Show some love right there, yo. I didn't hit y'all so hard today, I ain't even gonna play the Cash App song. Y'all probably mad at me. I don't want you to be mad at me. Probably mad at me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. You gotta replay that. All right. Mm-hmm. Rebel man, Rastaman, Rebel man.
Hey, check it out. Greetings to you on the chat, Rasta. I'm on the work. But guess what?
What?
I like when you and the Virgin come on, but Ankh, I got that kind of critic to kind of make. I ain't making no claim. What I'm saying is,
I don't make no claims.
If you say these white people, remember when you did the presentation about the English people, so-called English people, going to West Africa, taking all their information, bring it back to Europe,
right,
and kind of put their spin, so-called, on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying what the
they used it in up the level of medicine.
Right. So they put their spin on it and they used it. So my issue
I don't like
is
the word. I don't like the word.
Which word?
Spin on it. They ain't put no damn spin on it. They took it and used it as well. They just
they took it and went to Europe with it.
Studied it.
They took the information and took it to Europe, right?
And studied it. Go ahead.
And studied it. So then, if I'm the originator of something and you come to my house, took it up, and went to your house and then you start using it, didn't it really come from me, or did it start with you, or where did it start? Because we're not saying it's African science. We're just saying, hey.
It started with the people that they took it from and they didn't give them credit for it. That's why you can't say the science is white. That's my point.
No, I'm not saying it's white. What I'm saying is.
No, I'm saying that's why you can't say. That's why
before we say it's not partially or some kind in context, I'm not making the claim it's African. If you're saying somebody stole the African information, weren't they doing what they were doing before? And then I go home and I study what you've been doing and I say it's science. Like, were you not doing science? Though.
Yeah, that part of it. No, you wasn't doing. No, you was doing your thing. You was doing your thing with the herbs. That's not science.
Okay, so you're calling that herbology?
Yes, herbology. Which
what if you had the herb?
Let me say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's the level, yo. You know what I'm saying? We keep forgetting that for that time period, it is the level.
Right.
So we acting like they didn't reach the level. That's what I hate, man.
No. I'm not saying they didn't. Obviously, if the Englishman took it from them.
So don't take the level away. I don't like that. You get it? They don't need signs for that. They need their cultural awareness and understanding. They need their knowledge base. They didn't reach that through science. They reached through their own separate, no help from nobody wisdom base. See? Science is helping everybody, bro. See, science is everybody. But what they stole from us came from us exclusively. And this is why I say what I say. Don't mix that up, bro. Ain't nobody help them with that. No help. No outside help. No nothing. That's continental African thing right there, yo. Point blank, no help from white people, green people, purple people, orange people, gray people, no people. It's them, yo. It's what they learn from their land and their ecology and their ancestral worship and their ancestral shrines. And the women are going around collecting herbs, making mistakes, putting it together, working sick, medicine man. That's their thing, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody else in the world, bro. So don't take that from them. Now,
so what about the origination of vaccine that was from West Africa also? Because as I say, I'm not trying to make a claim and go head on head with you where science started like the 17th century.
I'm showing you something. So vaccines don't start in Africa, but inoculation does in West Africa.
Right.
Yeah, yo, that's not that. Hold on. That's the level. They ain't getting no help from nobody. They not outside help, not green people, not purple people, not Europeans, not Australians, not nobody. That's African high level knowledge.
Because I really to a certain extent the brethren Hercules and when he used the source Marimba Ani. See? Cause that lady telling you, say, bro, if we as African, so-called African descendants, going with so-called European mindset, then it's always going to look like the European know more than us because they look like they're teaching us. But Marimba Ani saying, if you're looking at the same information from your cultural perspective, then at the end of the day, there are different ways of finding solution to the same thing. But when you generalize and imperialize information, then at the end of the day, it goes through a certain context. And then if the Africans saying certain things, because if they're originators of it, they're not the scientists, but somehow we keep giving them credit and then keep pushing them out of it because all the information came from the West African region as you stated with that presentation. So I find it very difficult to kind of exclude them.
So why can't you have different ideas and still use the element chart, bro?
Say that again?
Why can't you have your own culture, right? And use the damn element chart, yo? And be a chemist. Why can't you have your own cultural beliefs and be a chemist, yo? Why you gotta be a Christian and be a chemist? You don't. You can be a traditional African practitioner and be a damn chemist, yo.
I understand, but what I'm saying to you is like, okay, most of the scientists we see that is segregated in the sense it's all interconnected, right? But we got biology, chemistry, so it seems like it's differentiated from each other, but it's all one thing. And
no, what you mean? No, what you mean?
like science and biology, they work in tandem. They don't work separate. So you can't have the body and you can't have chemistry working out of biology. So I'm saying to you, so they work together, so to speak. As the biology stands, the chemistry works within you to cause that chemical process so we could cry, laugh, share our emotions, certain things through hormones or whatever we're going through. But what I'm saying is we cannot separate science, we can't separate chemistry from biology and so forth. They're all connected. But as philosophies or sciences, when we go to school, it's like you have a major in chemistry, you have a major in that. So it's kind of disjointed as how the Europeans look at the information. Because when I was going to school, in order for me to get to certain things, I can't just go to class and learn chemistry, biology all in the same class. I got to go to 5, 6 different classes. And then I got to put all the information that professor tell me and try to make sense out of it in my head, because they're not teaching you to make sense. They're just teaching you information. The schooling go. You got to use your brain, and you got to use the information that they're giving you to make sense out of it. Else you go to school for 5, 6 years, and then you come with like, you're still brain dead.
Yeah, that's I understand now. I understand what you're saying. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, so
incoherent.
Honest, bro. Me and these science youths, and we love science, but sometimes I gotta put the thin line between where
we don't gotta do that, yo. Why we gotta put a thin line and lie?
No, I ain't lying. I just want to give the African certain credit, not as scientists, but as I say is, they're the originators. They're the ones that really put the show on the road, so to speak. And then these people,
I know. I wrote a whole paper on it, yo. I know.
Right, and these people came by. So I'm telling you, man, I respect you to a certain level, but
no, the problem is y'all don't want them to have their own thing. Y'all want them to have something that they didn't have. They didn't have it because they didn't have access to the world, yo. Access to the world help you do what the Europeans did. Let me say this again. Having access to 7 continents, an abundance of wealth, slaves, and everybody else's ideas caused the daggone scientific revolution, yo. That's what caused the scientific revolution, bro.
I know through imperialism, but at the same time, the imperialists saying is them. And we have to now separate and segregate. Say, bro, it's not you guys, really. You came on with the name, but all the workings around the knowledge, you guys kind of refined it, but we originated it, so to speak. And when they come with, what changes the whole thing is that thing called the scientific method. Saying, because there's different ways of getting knowledge.
We agree to that. Nobody's arguing with you. Y'all don't respect the different ways of getting knowledge, though.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do, from a cultural, from a scientific.
Listen to me.
Go ahead.
Science is a different way of getting knowledge, yo. I'm gonna say this again. Science is an epistemic regime of getting knowledge a certain way. The Egyptians had a certain way of getting knowledge, bro.
Right.
West Africans, Ghana, Songhai, had a regime, an epistemic regime of getting knowledge. They had a certain way of doing it, bro. So you don't got to mix that with nothing else. And their way of getting knowledge was transformed, right?
Yeah.
Transformed with other ways of getting knowledge, like the Chinese, Indian, the Arabs, right? They had a different way. They all had different systems that was exclusive. Science is not exclusive. Science is a human endeavor. So you take all these different ideas, remove the cultural tradition out of it, because that's the thing that's tricking you, bro. It's your 5 senses that's tricking you. It's the 5 senses that does not allow people in West Africa to take that next step. They don't have the tools. There is no science without tools. It's the tools. The Egyptians didn't have the tools. But if they had the tools and could put a daggone telescope in the sky, they would have seen the same thing we seeing today. They could have processed it, bro. They didn't have it. They 5 senses made them see Mayat in the damn sky. I see it. I see Mayat. Hold on, I see the voodoo. I see the voodoo. I see the magic. I believe that. Bro. It's like a Christian, yo. Without the tools, yo, the Christian's gonna swear Jesus Christ did that chemical experiment, yo. It'll swear you down. But you know what you'll never see? You'll never see an African American seeing Jesus Christ on a tortilla. But again, they won't see Jesus Christ on a tortilla, though. Why is that? Because they
Well, listen, switch it up a little bit. Can't guess what now. You see the thing with you, Reggie, and Ankh. No. You, Reggie, and the one called Jabari.
I ain't got no thing with against Jabari at all.
No, I know, because guess what I'm saying is,
I just think
Jabari right, Reggie right. See? No. And according to what Emphadiji say one day when Sanetta go and Reggie buck up on him, Emphadiji saying not what Reggie saying. Emphadiji saying what Jabari saying to a fuller extent.
You gotta stop right there. Watch this. Yeah. Let's get this clear. Watch how clear this gonna be. For the record, Reggie always said it was both ways.
Okay.
He always agreed with me. I said there's a tapestry of indigenous beliefs. You heard me say it, man. Jabari said, hell no, they never thought it was literal. So he left out the other side that could be both. Reggie never left out the both sides that could be both. What Reggie did was he focused on the side that said it was literal, but he never excluded the fact that the priest could interpret the tablets different than the regular. He never did that. Who did that? Jabari. Jabari was one way in this fight, bro. That's why he lost. Reggie understood the both sides of it. That's the difference. So don't say they was both right. No. Jabari was wrong because it could have been both ways.
Jabari was right, because remember he gave you three.
Did you hear what I just said?
He gave you 3 physical letters, Imhotep and the 2 others. You know.
What is that? That's your thing.
Yeah, but look like back to work again. But we'll
right,
talk again. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, that was
to reply.
Why he lost that though, because he should have never bought the 3. And he made everybody point.
Hey, big brother Reggie. Bless up to you. I gotta go back to work, man. You know when the white man call you, how the thing go.
Well, he pays you.
What?
So
you mean to tell that man you on the show today, man? You ain't working, bro. Tell him African style, yo. Tell him that, yo. Tell me, yo. Got you.
And listen, when I tell him that, and the month time come for the bills and the rent, I call in you and Reggie and say, yo, you know, say the white man blood clot, let me go. So
I'm gonna send you a blessing. I'm gonna send you a blessing, yo. Another blessing.
But you know, there's always one love with the brethren and them.
All right,
and we'll catch up on the return. Big up to brother Reggie. Big up to one love. Right. Yeah, man.
Well, the first thing I want to do is
how you doing, Reggie?
I'm doing fine. So, there is a new fungus that is.
Don't drag me into nothing.
Yeah, it's a new form of fungus called TM7, TM8. I think it's TM8. Could be TM7 or TM8. So it's a new fungus that's appearing largely in Minnesota. It's in New York, right? And it's in a couple of other places. And the fungus has kind of like herpes type of herpes and wingworm type kind of ailments. The thing that's dangerous about this is it's a bacteria, and what it does is it also is skin to skin. Largely, it started with male on male sexual relationships.
What?
And then you can look it up, TM7.
Oh man!
And then it started there, and then of course it's spreading to any skin to skin, but the dangerous thing about it is that since it's a fungus type, it finds itself on clothing, and it's transmitted by clothing, sheets, and things like that.
Oh man.
And what's happening is that the symptoms are terrible, in the sense that it gives you this rash, wingworm type rash.
Mm.
And so all of this stuff that people do, largely black people sharing, busting down, as they say, smell cigarettes, and that skin, that's a type of skin to skin. It's an intermediary. All of this sharing weed, as people do.
Mm.
It's beginning to take notice. So you can look it up. It's called
Mm.
TM7,
Mm.
TM8
Mm.
fungus.
Mm.
And we gotta alert the public about it, because people don't have to catch it if they're aware. Now, the problem with this is that there are issues like prisons, right, and confinement, where there is a lot of skin to skin transmission, where there's fights, closing, and things like that. And it hasn't hit there yet, but some of this is designed because it targets the poor. It targets the urban. And so, did you find it yet?
No,
TM7.
hell no. You gave me a wild name. I don't know what that is. But go
Okay.
ahead, 'cause I'm going to get out of here. You finish your thing. I'm going to finish your thing.
Okay. So let me look it up. And
'Cause I'm done at 3. I'm running out this house. I got to go to work. I'll be back.
okay. So let me just see if I could. Yeah. So
TM7. The hell you
TM
talking?
TM7. I'm gonna put it in the. It's in the CDC right now, and here it goes right here. So I'm gonna put it in the. So you're the science guy, and you save lives. You help to save a lot of Black lives, and you were right about many of our elders catching COVID
Yeah.
and uh, and related symptoms because they did not take the virus.
You
So
want
there it
names?
is.
You want names some names?
No, I can't, because that does HIPAA.
I'm trying to put it on you. I ain't gonna do it. I can't do
That
it.
does HIPAA laws. That
Oh.
does HIPAA laws, and people will not forgive me. But
Oh, all right.
even
Well, you
even
can tell me to say it. I don't care if they forgive me. They-
even the head of the imam
Mm.
of mosque number 7, he caught COVID and he passed away. And there were several. They listed several
Mm.
members of the Nation of Islam that
Mm.
passed away from
Oh
COVID.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's real.
But look up on my link. Click up my link. It says
Where
uh,
is that? Where you put it at?
it says Sinetta Studios. That's because
Uh,
I'm on StreamYard right there. I put it there again.
mm.
So when you were arguing things like smallpox and other type of things in your debate against those crazies,
And they
okay,
go crazy. And they
we
go.
didn't get that. What we measles and smallpox and all those type of things, right? They were practically eradicated, and then they come back because of lack of science. Now,
Mhm.
then after that, shortly after that,
TM7, yo.
that's what I said.
But you got to put the TMV11 like the Roman numeral.
Right. So
New
you
type of ringworm. Oh man.
right. So it's transmitted. It's transmitted. It's a fungus,
Mm.
right? It's a wingworm infection. It started with male on male sex, I guess, because it might have mutated or something like that. And then uh, it says right here, TM7 primarily spreads through skin to skin contact, including intimate or sexual contact. Recent cases have been reported among gay, bisexual, and other men who have sex with men, but anyone can get TM7. Um, and so the now to treat it is all medical. You can't be treating it with no red algae. You can't treat
Uh,
you can't treat it with any of that stuff that they were talking about. You got to get medical care, and the rash can be found on the groin, the genix, the buttocks, or the face, right? And then once you have it, then you're contagious, right?
mm.
So you have to get treatment for it. Now, right now, a lot of people, the only people who are talking about it is the doctors and the CDC, right? And it's under the wingworm category. But imagine it's spreading. It just takes one prison for it to spread, right? Then people come home. Then it's families, right? Then it's school children, right? Then, but the way it spreads is because it is like a wingworm. Okay, so I said enough. So your team will get on it, and yeah, so you can go back to work. All right, I just wanted to alert you to that.
Appreciate you, Reg. I hit you up, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the.
Yeah,
I gotta get my Champions Head song going.
And shout out to Cedric. At least, listen, I mean, we can agree to disagree on some things, but I do appreciate Cedric being in the chat the other day again. And Hercules stuff with Marimba Annie and all of that stuff.
It's a nut, bro.
They don't explain it why it don't have no utility. Like they binary, European versus African, as if they don't drive fancy cars, as if they don't buy houses, as if they don't. You see, you know, and it's an East African word. It's not even a West African word. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get him. We gotta get him. He made a whole pseudo judo presentation. We're gonna get him.
Yeah.
He on the list.
Yeah.
Gotta get him.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine, but I try to tell him there's no utility in that. That's like Ice People, Sun People. That's like Iceman Inheritance. That's like Francis Cress Wilson. And you know, I have a problem with these binary analysis that don't, you know, they had utility at that time if it was just awareness, but it has no utility in a larger scheme of things. So we'll talk about it. Peace.
They knew those niggas couldn't read when they couldn't understand. Would have, as did, alongside him purely. Misreading paragraphs and sentence structures. Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Talking super wild, ain't nothing. You playing, I'm guffing. Acting aggressive, bluffing. While you playing, I was hustling. I've been retired cattle rustler. Mills off the muscle. Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Talking super wild, ain't nothing. You playing, I'm guffing. Acting aggressive, bluffing. While you playing, I was hustling. I've been retired cattle rustler. Mills off the muscle. Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Reading comprehension causes tension. I'm top notch, you benching. Them niggas can't read, kill conversation. I'm sitting back embracing constant wins, y'all bitches glazing. Ignorance profound at the forefront conversation. Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Talking super wild, ain't nothing. You played, I'm guffing. Acting aggressive, building nothing. You vote Trump, hating, top debater, knowledge generator, Mount Olympus. We built this, them niggas can't read, gifted. Now I'm pissed, you did this. True and you miss, can't hit this. Your 5th grade reading did this. Book reading, kill this. Now read this, what's up with the fakest? Them niggas can't read, they bluffing. Talking super wild, ain't nothing. You playing, I'm guffing. Acting aggressive, bluffing. Them niggas can't read. But what's the reason they chose greed over reason over intelligence? I've been relevant, believe me. Lions can't read, feel penitentiary, but I stay free, stay slick on the John Wick shit, and I'm loud on the mic with that stem grip. Pseudo killing till the day I die. Don't know why. Most get high, but I stay fly. Never less than the guy. Rather stay sober than high. I keep the rocket from pockets. Check the document, been rocking it. Filled all requirements, wild environments. Still pull blicks, shooting that science shit. Them nigga can't read, die and breathe. They smoke, spray weed. They smoking trees, bend knees. It be what it be. Them niggas can't read. It be what it be. They die to go to hell. Now free. It be what it be. Never mattered to me. Always could read. Yeah, niggas can't read. Yet they breed. Kids that can't read. Fill the prisons. Just up. Cut. Running around. Doing stick ups. I'm too quick. Pull blicks. Stem hits. slick, protection shit. Stay on that science shit. Them niggas get what they get. Them niggas can't read. It be what it be. Stay on that science shit. Them niggas can't read. Them niggas get what they get. It be what it be. Stay on that science shit. Them niggas can't read. It be what it be. Stay on that science shit.
Man, I see y'all later on, man. I'm going exclusive, man. Y'all know how we do it, man. See you around 6:30, man. I'm your host, Bobby Banger. And with that, we out. Shout out to the pseudo killers and the community skeptics. Big up the Sarnetta TV. Peace.